your sure plug on politics and happenings in the polity, Dr. Omoshola Deji. This is the day the Lord has made, and of course, as usual, we will polythink and be glad in it. A lot of issues. The president is not around. Emirates has resumed operation, and quite a number of other issues that we would be discussing today. So this is a great day on Polity with Dr. Omoshola Deji. I guess someone was waiting for me to come online. God bless you. Thanks for joining this broadcast. The president has traveled to the UK. We'll talk about it. Emirates has resumed operations. We'll talk about it. The Senate rejected a bill that if the bill is passed, the bill for us to return to regional government, on the argument that returning to regional government will hasten the restoration of Biafra. Of course, so we'll discuss about that too. A lot of issues, a lot of happenings. You know Nigeria now, the way Nigeria is, different issues every time. And we'll touch on these three issues today and we see how we can make it happen. First, I think it's in order to ask how your day has been going. Well, mine is fine, mine is great. We give all glory, honor, and adoration to God Almighty. I think it's still October 2nd, right? So that means it's still my birthday. So I think the balloon is still in order, right? That's great. So the Senate, I don't know whether it came to you as a surprise when the Senate rejected the bill for regional government. Okay, I don't know whether it comes to you as a surprise. Then Emirate Air resuming operations in Nigeria. We're going to analyze that. Maybe I should start with the Emirates Air before I go to Tinubu travels to UK for 2 weeks annual leave, and the Senate rejection of Biafra. Okay, first, I believe that the president hastening the repatriation of funds, right? I think it's a very good thing, it's a commendable thing, and those are the things that can truly encourage foreign direct investment in the true sense of foreign direct investment, because it takes a lot to operate in Nigeria. So if you are operating in Nigeria and you've acquired license and you are operating freely, not freely in the sense that they are operating legitimately, I think that's the right word. You are operating under a license, you have obeyed the laws of the country, then you are charging the fee, you've not breached any law, and at the end of the day, if you make profit, what should happen to your profit? If your profit is stuck, where does that leave you as an investor? If your profit is stuck in a country, where does it leave you, especially if you are a multinational firm that you are operating in different countries? And one thing about multinational firms is they are always they have this insatiable taste for profit. So it's kudos to the president, right? It is commendable for the Tinubu administration to ensure that the funds that were not, that they were the profit that they were not able to repatriate during the time of Buhari, that he was able to make sure that they repatriate such funds. Repatriation of funds is a normal thing. It's like a cycle, right? When you do business, you must make some profit. When you make some profit, you must take some of your profit back to your country of origin. If you don't want fund repatriation, what you have to do is to localize that industry in such a way that you either do it based on capitalism or socialism. Socialism is that the government will be in control. Let's say, okay, Nigeria Air. If there's Nigeria Airways, definitely the funds that will be repatriated by foreign airline will reduce, especially if Nigeria Airways is going to all destinations. Naturally, if Nigeria Airways is good, Nigeria will prefer to board Nigeria Airways than any other airline. Then, in terms of profit, Nigeria Airways would naturally be cheaper for citizens of Nigeria than other airline, because for Nigeria Airways you are dealing with naira. So if you book flight in naira, definitely they will remit it to the government in naira. So there's no middleman currency. So, and if there's no middleman currency, definitely it will be cheaper than other countries that there's a middleman currency, which is the dollar, or if they like, the pounds or euro, right? So those are the what we call universal currencies. So if you don't want airlines to repatriate their funds, what you should do is you have to strengthen your own economy. You strengthen your own industry in such a way that the funds will be available, and no, in such a way that the foreign companies can have like a good, how do I put this now, a good competitor with your local industry. So I think first, kudos to the president, because those are one of the things that foreign companies will look at, that repatriation of funds, repatriation of their profit. They don't joke with it. So if they are not able to repatriate their funds, new ones will come, and the existing ones will be looking for a way to exit. That's the reality. New ones will not come. The existing ones will be looking for a way to get out of Nigeria. But if they are able to repatriate their funds, definitely, even if new ones doesn't come for other reasons, maybe for insecurity and all that, the existing ones will stay, especially if their areas of operation is not in those major conflicts or unsafe zones. If you are watching me, please do well to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you are yet to. So if they are doing it in areas that, for instance, if you are an airline, a foreign airline, the two major airports is that of Abuja and Lagos. Let's add, maybe we should add Kano to it, but I think the major one is Abuja and Lagos. Let me remain Abuja and Lagos. So that means that majority of your airline, majority of the passengers are flying from Abuja and Lagos. So if you repatriate, if you are considering insecurity, you first look at, okay, there's insecurity in Nigeria, but your main area of operation, which is Lagos, there's no much insecurity there. It is still safe for operation. Then you look at Abuja, there's no much insecurity there. So if other companies are considering insecurity as a term of exit, you will not consider it. If they are considering distribution, for instance, let's say Unilever, if they cannot be able to distribute their goods to some places in the north, then it will reduce their profit on the long run, because if they don't sell in those areas, let's say they are producing let's say Bonvita, for example. Let me use Bonvita. So if Bonvita, which it is a food for Christians and Muslims, a drink for Christians and Muslims. So if Bonvita is operating in Nigeria, the northern market, the market in Yobe alone, Yobe, Maiduguri, Zamfara, Niger, Taraba, Benue, all these places that conflict is happening, the market there alone is something of concern for Cadbury that is producing Bonvita. And don't forget that Cadbury has been used to selling across Nigeria before the advent of bandit and Boko Haram. So if Cadbury is selling 100 before, because there is conflict in those areas and they are unsafe, they are unable to distribute their goods there. Maybe instead of 100, Cadbury is now selling 60. So if Cadbury is selling 60 and the cost of production, cost of fuel, diesel, is high, the cost of the tax on their raw materials, the one they will import from abroad, maybe some of their preservatives that they import from abroad, the import duty is already high. Definitely, because Cadbury is not Father Christmas, because Cadbury is a for-profit organization, Cadbury will be thinking of exiting. Dunlop will be thinking of exiting. But for an airline like Emirates, where they are operating is mainly Lagos and Abuja. Even if they decide not to operate in other airports like Kano and all these places, they won't feel the effect much because the real traffic is in Lagos and Abuja. That's where the real major traffic is. So if the real traffic is in Lagos and Abuja, and Lagos is relatively secure, Abuja is relatively secure, then Emirates has no reason to exit Nigeria because their main areas of operation are not affected by the insecurity. But when it comes to repatriation of funds, profit, every multinational organizations, every multinational corporations, they don't joke with the repatriation of their profit because after they've come in, they have to pay staff, they have to now remit to their global headquarters, maybe in Abu Dhabi or anywhere their office is in UAE. So they are already calculating their amount, for their profit for the year, making projections, how they are going to expand to other maybe businesses or how they are going to buy more planes. So if you, the most populous nation in Africa, if they are not able to repatriate their profit from your country, so it's just like you are working, right? And your company keeps owing you salary. They keep owing you salary. They keep owing you salary. At some point, you will lose confidence in that company that, how many salary do you want to owe me? I either resign or maybe I don't even take the work serious. So that's why you see that some of those airlines, if they are running maybe 5 flights before, they will now start to be running maybe 2 or 1, just so that they can manage, so that they don't operate much because the repatriation of their profit is already difficult. That's what you see in Emirates. So to some people that think that we don't like the president, and if the president has done right, we definitely say so. Kudos to the president for ensuring that those funds were safely repatriated. That is one. Two, now that Emirates is back, it also has an advantage, and one of the advantages is that, for instance, there is more competition, and the higher the competition, the lower the price, right? In a perfect competitive market, when you know that you have a strong competitor and you know that your competitor can do and undo, definitely you will behave yourself in that market. So if there are so many airlines, the more the airlines, the more the airline operator will be struggling for passengers. The more they are struggling for passengers, the more they will be able to kind of like the more there will be like a price war between them. And if there's a price war between them, one will always try to outsmart each other. So the presence of Emirates is a great deal. If you are watching me, please like this video. Do well to click the like button. So if as Emirates is back, definitely it will favor Nigerians the more because the exit of a giant like Emirate Air is something that is remarkable in a country like Nigeria. It's a remarkable something. So now that Emirates is back, there's most likely going to be a reduction in air price because Emirates entering into the market, we want to launch himself back with a favorable price, and that will force other airlines to also bring down their price. But if we know that forex will be an issue for all these foreign companies, the real solution is that we should begin to build our own local industry, either the socialist way or the capitalist way. If it is the socialist way, that means that it is government that will own those companies. If it is the capitalist way, that means that it will be private investors that will own such companies. So in Nigeria, if you are watching me for the first time, please do well to subscribe to this channel and please like this video. This is Polithinkers with Dr. Omoshola Deji. Dr. Omoshola Deji is a political scientist with a PhD in political science, and this is where we talk about politics and happenings in the polity. I call myself your sure plug on politics and happenings in the polity. So if you are watching me right now, that means God has destined that you and I will be friends. So do well to subscribe to this channel and let us always politic together. So as I was saying, the solution is let there be a company of Nigerian origin. If you know that you won't let this company to repatriate their funds, strengthen airpeace. Let there be more airline that will even be better than airpeace. And these companies will begin to rival Emirates, British Airways, Qatar Airways, Virgin Airlines. These local airlines will begin to rival them. And because local airlines, companies that are operating in their own country, tends naturally to be cheaper, definitely because of that cheapness, definitely you would see that Nigerians would naturally want to patronize airpeace, or if there's a Nigerian Airways. You can also operate a mixed kind of economy whereby there's the socialist aspect, there's the capitalist aspect, because you see that people the government can have its own airline. That doesn't stop Emirates, and no, sorry, that doesn't stop airpeace or other private airline from having their own. Yunusa Wada says, Yunusa Weda says we are together. Okay, God bless you, Yunusa. Please do well to like this video. If you're watching me for the first time, do well to subscribe to this channel. So if there is Nigeria Airways, for example, a country of 200 million people, do you know how much these airlines are making from Nigerians? Do you know how Nigerians are traveling every day? Do you know how much these airlines are taking away from Nigerians' pocket? If you go to airport in Nigeria today, airlines are flying 247. Airlines are flying round the clock. Every day. Some even operate as much as 2-3 flights a day, depending on their negotiation with the minister or the Ministry of Aviation and Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So you see that all these airlines, Royal Air Maroc, Kenya Airways, they are profiting immensely from Nigeria and at the expense of Nigerians. Do you know why I said so? If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. Do you know why I said so? Any airline, some of you that travel well will be able to buttress my point. Any airline that picks you up from Nigeria and that airline is not owned by Nigeria, that airline is not of Nigerian origin, that airline will first of all take you to their country first. The reason is that, let's say you want to go to UK and Emirates picks you for a flight in UK. Nigerians that are going to UK that will board Emirate Airline may not be sufficient enough. So they will pick people that are going to, let's say, France. They'll pick them in that same flight. So they'll take all of you to UAE first. Then you guys will now be joining other planes. That is why if any airline picks you in Nigeria, they'll first of all take you to their own country, which is a way of, for instance, first marketing their country, is a way of improving the business in their country, because some of you will shop at the airport, some of you will dine at the airport. If you are watching me and you are here to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. Drop your comment, like this video. Happy to have you. God bless you. So some of you, when you go to their country, you do duty free. Duty free, you are improving the businesses in that airport. When you go to their country, some of you eat at the airport. By eating at that airport, you are improving the economy of the business at that airport. Some of you, when you do stopover, you buy some souvenirs of those countries. When you are buying those souvenirs, for instance, if there is a Kenyan cloth or a Kenyan bead or something, and you go to the airport and you see it and you're like, oh, this bead is fine, this bead is nice, this is pure African, and you buy it. If Kenyan Airways had not taken you to Kenya, you will not definitely buy that bead. So there's a business perspective to it. That's one. Another thing is, if Kenya Airways, if they take you to Kenya, there are some subtle or soft marketing, in the sense that at the airport they'll be glorifying their country, that, oh, for instance, visit Rwanda, something like that. So if you pass through Rwanda and you see that the hospitality of the airport staff is top notch, and you see that this country is just making sense. When you see that such a country is just making sense, what that will lead to is that next time when you are thinking of an holiday, if there's any popular place in that country, you'll be like, I think this holiday maybe I should visit Kenya. So apart from you spending money, the way they market their country at the airport, even if you don't spend money now, you are passing through there, there's high probability that in the future you still come back and spend that money. If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel and let us always polythink together. This is Polythink with Dr. Omoshola Deji. So do well to click the subscribe button, like this video, and let us always polythink together on this channel. So do well to subscribe to this channel. God bless you. I'm happy to have you. Okay. So as I was saying, you will see that those companies and those airlines, when they take you to their own country, it pays them. And don't forget that most of the food that you are served in the plane is the food of those countries. Most of them are largely it can have a universal dimension, right? There may be a universal dimension to the food, but the truth is the food. For instance, if there's Nigeria Airways, and in that Nigeria Airways you are serving jollof rice, there's a universal aspect to rice. It's just that the African way, or perhaps the Nigerian way, is the jollof. So if an Oyibo man enters Nigeria Airways and he eats the Nigerian jollof rice, the Oyibo man will be like, this tastes nice. I think I would like to have more of this kind of rice. The truth is, for that rice alone, that Oyibo man may decide to board Nigeria Airways next time. So it's a way of kind of like marketing the country. So apart from, even if repatriation of funds is possible, definitely it is still best for you to have your own national carrier, or you strengthen the capitalists in your country like Air Peace to be able to function creditably well, because it has been argued that even airlines like British Airways, that it is not owned by British government. I stand to be corrected. I'm not sure, but I've heard the argument before that even British Airways is not owned by the British government. So you cannot imagine that, so that means you can negotiate with Nigeria and to be using the Nigerian name, and there's a percentage of profit that you will be remitting to Nigerian government. For instance, instead of me to say Deji airline, I can liaise with Nigerian government and say, oh, Nigeria government, come how far now, make they use Nigeria airline. You understand? Let it be like it's the national carrier. Then government will say, oh, if you use our name, you have to meet up to a standard, because people are seeing you as a national carrier. God bless that person that liked this video. I appreciate you. Thank you for liking my video. If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, do well to subscribe to this channel. You are Polythinking Live with Dr. Omoshola Deji. Dr. Omoshola Deji is a political scientist with a PhD in political science, and this is where we polythink live every day. We discuss about politics and happenings in the polity, not just in Nigeria, not just in Africa, but the world at large. So if you are opportune to watch me, like I usually say, God has destined that you and I will be friends. And the contract that I have with my viewers is, if you watch me once or twice, and you see that watching me once or twice, you've never learned anything new, you've not learned anything interesting, please feel free to unsubscribe and, don't watch me again, because I'm sure that there's no way you will come to my platform, hungry, and you won't leave with your stomach belly full. Fidelis Michael, I see you saying, hi, doctor. Great to have you, Fidelis Michael. Fidelis Michael is one of my regular viewers on this platform. So, if you want to promote the country, definitely you must have a national carrier. Because, so even if you are not interested in it as a government, liaise with other private individual. So instead of Air Peace may be owned by Vincent Onyama. I hope I got his name correctly. If Air Peace is owned by that Vincent Onyama, he can be flying it with the Nigerian name, and that is what Nigeria was trying to do with Ethiopia Air. It's not Nigeria that owns the plane during Buhari's time. It was Ethiopia, but Ethiopia is trying to strike an agreement with Nigeria so that they can be using Nigeria, because Ethiopia doesn't have much population, and one of the things that is earning Ethiopia money is airline. Ethiopia Air is all over the place. Ethiopia Air runs so many destinations across the world. Sincerely, I can't remember how many times that I've bought Ethiopia Air in my life. I really can't remember. So imagine instead of boarding that Ethiopian Air, whereby they first of all take me to Ethiopia, right? For every flight, if you are going to London, they'll take you to Ethiopia first. If you are going to Canada, they'll take you to Ethiopia first. If you are going to Singapore, they will take you China. They must take you to Ethiopia first. That is more than enough stress for Nigerians. But if we have a national carrier, right? That national carrier, once it's taking you from Nigeria, it's taking you straight to your point of destination. That's why you see that successive Nigerian government, you ask them, you ask yourself that where is the brain? Have they done the statistics of how much a small country like Ethiopia is earning by owning a national carrier? In fact, sincerely, if I am Dangote, apart from refinery, which is a strategic investment, which is what Nigeria needs, I think my next investment, if I'm Dangote, would be lasting with Nigerian government. He already has a lot of friends in Nigerian government. Dangote is Ajib, all government in power. They fight. Have you ever seen Dangote fight any government? In fact, when they want to do presidential election, they give everybody money. He will give APC money, he will give PDP. Oh yeah, go and fight yourself. Anybody that wins, Dangote will align. He has friends in PDP. He has friends, and I'm sure that before the last election, he must have some friends in Labour Party, just in case Labour Party go win. So Dangote is all government in power. Any government in power, rather. If you are watching me and you are here to subscribe, please subscribe. I have a number of people watching me, and please do well to like this video. It really helps so that other people can get to see. So when you're watching a platform like this, please try and show some love. Subscribe to my channel, like my video, okay, so that we can always be thinking together. So as I'm saying, if Dangote decide to invest in a national, he already has the money. So if he wants to be strategic, he shouldn't name it Dangote Air. He should name it like Nigeria Airline or Fly Nigeria. Yes, so that it won't be, because Nigeria Airways is defunct, right? So if you now use Airways again, they will think, oh, is that defunct one? I don't want to go die, yo. So if you say Fly Nigeria, and do you know how many Nigerians are traveling daily? Nigerians travels pieces. So that means that if you are going to New Zealand, immediately you get to Muritala Mohammed Airport or Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport. Immediately you get there. As you enter that plane, they settle down. When that plane stops, you are in New Zealand. So that means that the probability of you losing your luggage in transit is very less, because once it moves at Muritala or Nnamdi Azikiwe, you are in New Zealand. If you are going to Germany, once that plane moves in Nigeria, whenever it stops, you can be rest assured that you are in Germany. If you are watching me for the first time, do well to subscribe to this channel so that we can always think together. So you know that you are in Germany. Imagine how many Nigerians are traveling daily and they are boarding Kenya Airways. That Kenya Airways that they board, we first of all take them to Kenya. When you have no business in Kenya, Kenya is not your destination. But because your country has failed to provide a national carrier, definitely the airline that is carrying you, which is even more expensive than that of your country, if your country had a national carrier, we first of all take you to their country. So every day, Kenya Airways is just taking Nigerians to Kenya for no reasonable reason other than because they choose to patronize the country. The question is, if you don't patronize Kenya Airways, you must patronize Ethiopia or British Airways, because why? Your country does not have a national carrier. So either which way, you must patronize one of them. So if you don't want them to take you to Kenya, you must be willing for them to take you to Ethiopia. You must be willing for them to take you to UK or to France, to now even make it worse. You see, if you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe to my channel, do well to subscribe to my channel, because this channel has a lot to offer in terms of education and knowledge. It's not me, it's the grace of God, and we learn from each other. Okay, so do well to subscribe to this channel if you are watching me for the first time, or if you are yet to subscribe before. So if they now take you to their own country every blessed day, and to make it worse, some countries will subject Nigeria to ridicule by saying you need transit visa. Yeah, you heard me right. There are some airlines that, for instance, There was a time my aunt wanted to travel, and I think I saw she was going to the UK, and I think I saw Air France. Air France was relatively cheap at that time. No, I think it has happened twice. Air France and KLM. KLM is the one that usually goes to Schiphol. That's Netherlands. KLM is owned by the Dutch, right? The Netherlands, or if you call it Holland, anyone. Air France is for France. That one will most likely stop at Rossi, CDG. So, for Nigerians to board this plane, if you are going to UK, France is not far from UK. So, KLM, which is the country of origin is Netherlands. Netherlands is not far from UK. They are in the same Europe. It's just as if you are going from Cote d'Ivoire to Nigeria, or Ghana to Nigeria, Benin Republic to Nigeria. What's this other country? Help me out. If you are going just countries that are in the same region, you have to go and collect transit visa first, so that they can properly document you, just because what you want to pass through their country. I will explain to you better. If you are watching me for the first time, this is the station to watch. This is the channel to watch, rather. So do well to subscribe to this channel, so that we can always polythink together. Do well to subscribe to this channel. Like this video. I have over 100 people watching me, over 100 intelligent people, over 100 great people, over 100 vibrant people watching me. So imagine if 50 of them can just click the subscribe button right now. That goes a long way. Imagine if 20 of them can click the like button. It helps a great deal. This is Polithinkers with Dr. Omoshola Deji. Like I usually say, I remain your sure plug on politics and happenings in the polity. So what transit visa means is, to explain it in plain terms, for some of our people that have not been opportune to travel out before, may God open doors for you by God's grace. So what transit visa means is, let's say every state in Nigeria is a country. Every state in Nigeria is a country. So you have Lagos. Lagos is a country. Ogun is a country. Oyo is a country. Osun is a country. Enugu is a country. Sokoto is a country. Yobe is a country. Taraba is a country. Benue is a country. Like, let's just imagine that Nigeria is the world now. Nigeria is the world. And the world now have 36 states. Let's say plus FCT, 37. So the world is Nigeria with 37 countries. So what transit visa means is that if you want to go from Lagos, which is country A, you now want to go from Lagos to Abuja, but then you now bought a flight that stops you at Niger State or Nasarawa, which is bordering to Abuja. Nasarawa will say, come and collect transit visa, because you want to pass through our country. That's how it is. For instance, you are coming to Lagos from whatever your state of origin is. I know most people watching me are not ordinary Lagosians, so let me use Lagos so that you can understand. So let's say Lagos is a country. If you are watching me for the first time, please do well to subscribe to this channel so that we can always polythink together. Now, let's say Lagos is a country. If Lagos is a country and you want to pass through Lagos State, no, you are coming from your home state, whether it is Imo, Enugu, Abia State, whatever your state of origin is, you are coming to Lagos, which is another country, right? Your state of origin is a country. So what transit visa means is, before you want to pass through Ogun State, if you are coming to Lagos, you must pass through Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, which is part of Ogun State. Ogun State is now saying that no, because you want to pass through our state, you must collect a visa so that we can document you. What an insult. In a world where people are entering each other's country without visa. So in such a way that if you have American visa, you can travel to over 100 countries without visa. If you for less than 30 days, some 2 weeks, some 90 days. If you have US passport, if you have Canadian passport, if you have UK passport, so you now imagine that you will be taking transit visa. just because if all Nigeria, everywhere Nigeria is a country, Jonathan Olutunde, I see you. You know, you are laughing about the transit visa. I swear, those are some of the embarrassment. If Nigeria has a national airline, what do you need transit visa for? That country that is issuing transit visa will be begging Nigeria to enter their plane because Nigeria airline will be going to their country. So they will be begging Nigeria to even enter their own plane. So you won't need transit visa. That's how some of our leaders have failed. If you are watching me for the first time, do well to subscribe to this channel. Do well to like this video. Jonathan Olutunde, have you liked this video? Then I see Ugochukwusi Unwaugazi. Ugochukwusi Unwaugazi says, hello, Babati. I don't know who Babati is. Maybe you are saying hi to Tunde, right? Because my name is Omoshola Deji. And in Omoshola and in Deji, there's no T there. T is absent. You know, God bless you for liking this video. So if you are watching me for the first time, you do well to subscribe to this channel as well, and do well to like this video. So you can see the insult, the embarrassment that is being meted on Nigerians. You won't pass through their border. You won't face their immigration to enter their country. You are just transiting. That means when you are transiting, you are only restricted to the airport, especially if you are holding a passport that needs visa into that country. So that means that if you are going to UK and you are passing through France, you cannot enter France because Nigerians need a visa to enter France. So you cannot use your UK visa to enter France. You naturally need a visa. So that means that by the reason of you needing a visa, you are restricted 100% to the airport. You cannot go and face their immigration because you don't have their visa. So despite being restricted to the airport, naturally, you now say that Nigerians should come and collect transit visa again. That's why sometimes it is difficult to forgive Nigerian government. I won't lie to you. Because the failure of government, the humiliations that Nigerians face every day, it is incredible. I've told you the loss of money, the loss of resources, the loss of manpower that we go through because we don't have a national carrier. Because any airline that picks you in Nigeria must take you to their country first. That's why if you are going to UK, if you enter Egypt Air will first take you to Egypt. If you enter Royal Air Maroc, Royal Air Maroc will first take you to Morocco. If you enter Rwanda Air will first take you to Rwanda. So if Nigeria to UK on a British Airway, which is direct flight, is 6 hours, that Rwanda Air, because they first of all take you to Rwanda, then you have to wait for another flight that is going from Rwanda to UK. That 6 hours flight, you may end up spending 12 hours or 14 hours because there's a stopover time. Then Nigeria to Rwanda may be 4 hours. Rwanda to UK may be 8 hours, which means that Rwanda to UK is even far from Nigeria to UK. But they will first of all take you from Nigeria to Rwanda. Look at the waste of resources, the waste of time, the waste of energy. Sometimes your luggage gets missing in transit. And over the years, Nigeria has the population. Nigerians are travel freak. See the president now. He said he's on holiday. That holiday that he's on, he cannot afford to go and spend it in Restaurant Resort. He cannot afford to go and spend it in all these new resorts that they are building in Ekpe. He has jumped on plane. He's going to UK. That's how Nigerians naturally are. So you have the market, and in a situation whereby you are complaining of bad economy, you are complaining of that you need more resources. You have the market already that your citizens are the travel crazy type. If you are watching me for the first time, please do well to subscribe to this channel. So you already have the market already. So why won't you have a national carrier so that one, you can earn more, so that you can save your citizens from a lot of headache? Because you want to go to UK, they first take you to Rwanda because it is Rwanda Air that you see that is cheap. Rwanda, in the course of moving your luggage to another plane, they can say your luggage is missing. You have to go and report, baggage reclaim. Your luggage may not get to. See, it has happened to me before. I was going to a country. I entered, what's the name of this airline? I entered, Ethiopia. I entered Ethiopian Airways. Now, Ethiopian Airways merge because they are not allowed to enter that country. Ethiopian Airways merge with Thai Airways. Thai Airways. It is Thai Airways that is licensed to enter my country of destination. Ethiopian Airways is not allowed. So Ethiopian Airways decide to align with Thai Airways that we will bring the passengers from Nigeria, from Africa, because Thai Airways doesn't come towards the African market much. Maybe South Africa, I don't know, but West Africa, you won't see much of Thai Airways. So Thai Airways, Ethiopian Airways agree with Thai Airways that we will bring them. So when we bring them, we will drop them at Thailand. Then you can take them to this destination of choice. So there's an agreement. So in the course of me at Thailand airport, I've forgotten the name of the airport, trying to board Thai Airways, Ethiopian Airways failed to send my baggage on time. Do you want to hear the truth? That baggage reached like 1 week before they contact me. Only God knows how many countries they must have taken my baggage to. In fact, I wrote emails, I went online, I call. As I'm calling Ethiopian Airways, I'm calling Thai Airways. You know, this one will push me like this, that one will push me like this. At one point, when I was able to reach their Oga Patapata, after so much try, I just gave up. That now God get power. Before they now contact me, after like a week, that we have seen your luggage, we are putting it in the plane, it will arrive so time. So go to the airport of that. Imagine extra money where I am to go to reach the airport cost me extra money, taxi to and fro, extra money, another loss of manpower. What am I trying to say? If Nigeria has been a sane country with the amount of population we have, what would if Nigeria have had an airline? Definitely I would have just booked. Now Nigeria Airways is going to that my destination of choice. I would have just booked, and it will be naturally cheaper than other airline. And I want to save myself the stress of you taking me to your country first. I don't have anything to do with your country. Definitely I'll just book Nigeria Airways. I'll get to Muritala Mohammed or Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport. When I get there, instantly I will enter the plane, right? And immediately I enter the plane, you take me to the country straight. You cannot branch anywhere else, because your country of operation, your headquarters is in Nigeria. So imagine the headache, imagine the stress that it will save Nigerians. You know, imagine the stress it will save Nigeria. If you are watching me for the first time, do well to subscribe to this channel so that we can always Polithink together. This is Polithink with Dr. Omoshola Deji. Dr. Omoshola Deji is a political scientist with a PhD in political science. Okay, so do well to subscribe to this channel. And Jonathan Olutunde says Tinubu wants to do shall cabinet reshufflement in UK. You see what I said? I said it before that the president would end up not doing. That's why if you are yet to subscribe to this my channel, you know you're on a long thing. You know, because I told you guys that the president would end up not doing that cabinet reshuffle. That when you are in government, there are some government positions that you will hold that you take drastic action without announcement. Immediately you announce, do you expect that those ministers will just go and sleep? They'll begin to lobby. They will sleep with who they need to sleep with. They will bribe who they need to bribe. They will consult the herbalists they need to consult. They will go to the mountain they need to go to. They will go to the Ifa or the oracle that they need to go to on your case as Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In fact, they will invoke chant and spirit to make sure that anything cabinet reshuffle is just going off your brain. Because why? Holding a political position in Nigeria is a thing of luxury. It is something that people die for. It is something that people sell their houses for. It is something that people bribe millions of naira for. You want to become a minister. Some people bribe as much as over 10-20 million naira. So you now expect that, you now announce that you want to do cabinet reshuffle. And all of them, the way politics is profitable in Nigeria, that those members of your cabinet, they will just go and sleep. That okay, the president doesn't pick me. Good radiance to bad job is Jare. This job don't even tire me. Never. They will start networking. The one that knows Obasanjo will start calling Obasanjo to influence you. The one that knows Jonathan, the one that will be close to Ganduje, the party leader, we get to we get close to Ganduje to just be influencing, so that when Ganduje sees you, the president, Ganduje will say, Mr. President, that Minister of Labour, I realize that it's my friend's friend. Oh, it's my son's friend. My son even told me that when they were in the university, when Curtis was coming to kill him, that it was this minister that saved him. Oh, I didn't even know. You see how this life is. Ganduje, it's a lie, yo. But because you have already either bribe Ganduje, prostrate for Ganduje, make Ganduje your political godfather, or make Ganduje your right-hand man in the presidency. Ganduje will do anything humanly possible to keep you, or maybe as you are a minister, you are favoring Ganduje. Ganduje will naturally want to do anything to keep you in that position. You may not even be close to Ganduje. Some people will go as far as using their brother. Let's assume that my brother is a minister now. In Nigeria, I can tell you as a political scientist that some of them go as far as using their brother to go and toast the son of an influential person in government and be spending on that girl. For instance, if my brother is a minister now, and I don't want my brother to be sacked, my brother is married, my brother cannot go and toast the single daughter of Ganduje. What I need to do to secure my brother's position is I should go and toast that girl. Once I toast that girl and she fall in love with me, I know that definitely in the Tinubu's cabinet of 80 years, my brother will always be there, because that girl that I am dating, that I'm showering with love, we tell her father, and you know that with profound respect to ladies, Toka Ashley, I see you, God bless you. If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, make sure you don't miss my broadcast next time. So do well to subscribe to this channel. That girl, once she's in love, and maybe I'm deceiving her that don't worry, I will marry you, that girl will naturally go and sell me to her father. Her father is the right hand man of the president. Even if the president sack me, he must reappoint me back to another position. It's a way of securing my position. So I am not the one doing the work. It's my brother that is doing the work. Do you know how many people can do something like that during Buhari's time? I was speaking to one aide of a senator some time ago. You know, this senator, they appoint people that don't even have any knowledge. They just want to use it. They just want to use people to just kind of to compensate the daughter and son of their ward chairman, and that doesn't even have any political knowledge. So there was one that contacted me as a political scientist. Usually call me Egmon means big bros. So the senator is not a southern senator, but that is a Yoruba person. So he will call me and say, Egmon, please, Oga say I should do this. Egmon, help me. Egmon, job scarce. So Egmon, give me orientation, give me knowledge. And that's okay. This is what it means. This is what it means. You can do it like this, do it like this. If the thing pass in brain, go say, Egmon, help me. And Evan is my witness. That boy is very junior to me. I'm older than him, and he respects me a lot. So even if I want to charge him, he can't pay, because how much is his salary? If I want to charge him ordinarily based on my qualification, he cannot pay. So I've never received a dime from him. I'll just give him orientation. Okay, you can do this assignment like this, you can do like this, you can do like. I don't want to mention some of those assignments, you understand? So the guy told me that there is one opposition senator in the southwest that, although their party is in opposition, but they know that if they get close to the aid of that senator, that they will be getting some vital information. So they are now planning to use somebody from PDP to go and toast that girl that is the major trusted aide of that APC senator, because they know that if that guy toasts that, if one person from the PDP, one of the aide, is able to be in bed with that girl, and that girl is in love, that girl will just be spitting everything that is going on in the APC, our boss, what they want to do, because she will be aware of all the information, So this is something that goes on. Chemtrex, I see you, and Augustine Igwe saying that's black politics, Don Sivebu, always drop comment. Don't say I'm present. Am I marking? Am I marking attendance? Don Sivebu, I see you. Great to have all of you. If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, You're missing a whole lot. Definitely subscribe to this channel so that we can always politic together. Rivers local government election is coming. Definitely have my analysis on that. A lot of things coming up. Nigeria matter, Nigeria issue, Nigeria story. The end. You understand? The end at all. So if you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, do well to subscribe to this channel. Hopefully I'll play some video from Rivers State. As you guys, Fubara, that guy they hot. They send Fubara don't be like, but we say I don't want to use with profound respect, Fubara don't craze finally, you don't craze for weekend echo. So there is a video here that I will play for you, as regards Fubara trying to go on with the election. So imagine that because they just want to know what is going on, the aides are thinking of, this girl is beautiful, yet she's single, but if they chop her now, you understand, and if we can't they chop her, you go they get knowledge of what they go on for APC. So and my oga go happy say na me they chop the first aid of this famous senator. So my oga sef no go fit sack me because he go know say information go dey my hand. Imagine that. So if at the level of Senate, if you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. So imagine if at the level of Senate that is happening. Imagine what a minister will do to protect his or her job, even if that person is not performing. Imagine what a minister. So when you come out as a president and say, the president is trying to reshuffle cabinet, I swear to God, you will not reshuffle that cabinet. Because the minister, even some of them that are females, if they are desperate, they will sleep with whoever they need to sleep with. Even if it's to go and touch Emirates Air and say, Mr. Badger, now wow, you'll be doing as if you don't see me. And Badger Lagos boy. I'm not saying that happens. So I'm just giving you my expert view as a political scientist. And Badger will see us with the role, you understand? Or this Akume, right? You want to go and say Akume is not an impotent guy now. You go to his office and you'll be shaking samba, all your cleavage is showing, Akume will just be saying, make I just quickly chop this one, So they do a lot, and I can even take it to the realm of international relations. Oh my God. Oh God. I like this thing that I'm doing, right? But sometimes I feel that I give some of my viewers too much. And that's why I usually say that always try to encourage me so that I don't get tired. So if you are watching me, if you subscribe, you are encouraging me. If you like my video, you are encouraging me, right? So that I don't get tired. But the truth is, like Wike used to say, if he didn't day, he didn't day. Let me quickly take it to the realm of international relations. If you are watching me and you are here to subscribe, please subscribe. If you are here to like this video, Chemtress, you don't like this video, Chemtress, we go marry my Yoruba sister. Have you liked this video? If other people are here to like my video, I can forgive them. But Chemtress, you owe me like every time you watch my video. That is indirect dowry. Before you bring my 42 yam, you've given the family. You are here to bring my own 42 yam. So before you bring it, be liking my video every time. Okay? So let me take it a bit to the realm of international relations and diplomacy. If you are watching me, this is not the time to leave. Calm down, wait. Somebody just like this video. I don't know if it's Chemtress. Toka Ashley, my regular viewers. Augustine Igwe, have you liked this video? And if you are watching me for the first time, better subscribe, because there's no way you will watch me and all the cells in your brain, all those dead political cells, the resurrection power lies with me. To resurrect the cells of your political brain, I will resurrect it. Now, let me take it to the realm of international relations. If countries can have spies, listen, if countries can have spies, some of you would have heard it that, they arrest somebody, they said it's a spy, they arrest this one, they said it's a spy. Do you think that those people, Do you think they are just spies? Like they will go to the front of Aso Rock, they will be looking to spy. Do you think that's what they call spy in international relations? Do you think that's what they call spy? No. They try to enter key people in government. They try to make friends with them. For instance, if you want to spy on the Tinubu government, make Gbajabiamila comfortable with you. Make Gbajabiamila your friend. You don't enter Tinubu government. You want to enter Tinubu government, make Akpabio your friend. Make Tajuddin Abbas your friend. Make Sunday Dare, Bayo Nonuga. Some of these close guys that they are the life of Tinubu. That if Tinubu sit down and he says hello for Kombale, those are the people that he is looking up to, that these are my soldiers. Now he has left the country, he won't be back for 2 weeks. And he confident there are some people he has left the country for. So when you are close to those people and you are taking sensitive information to feed your own country, you are spying. But when you hear spy in international relations, it's not that they'll just go to State House in Marina in Lagos and they'll be looking like somebody, or they'll just be driving around the street of Nigeria, driving around the street of Abuja. That's not spying. No. Spying is a complex thing in international politics to achieve a predetermined end. It may be for business purpose, it may be for security purpose, it may be for diplomacy purpose. Some countries even post, you don't know that some ambassadors, some of the ambassadors that some country post to Nigeria are spies. They are trained to, so that's why I see that when they post an ambassador into a country, some of them is called legitimate spying. They want to be making friends with people in government. I wish I have contact of a high profile person in government that will be bold enough, or somebody that has served in government before, to come and speak about, or somebody from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. You understand what I'm saying better? There are people that when they come into Nigeria, they call it, building local network. For instance, Canada wants Nigeria not to be trading with China as regards the importation of some goods. Canada will import some spies. What is China doing? Who are the people that is giving China backing in Nigeria? What is China relying on? It is the Chinese government. Does Chinese government have somebody that is close to Tinubu, the son of the president? They will first of all spy, so that they know how to tackle it. They know how to penetrate, because they know that naturally, if they naturally bring a proposal, it will hit the rock. It won't fly. So they first of all spy. They first of all conduct their survey, their intelligence in Nigeria first, before they now launch their intention. Some countries will delegate some beautiful girls to say, oh, if there is, for instance, how do they penetrate some of these leaders? I'll tell you. If UK is doing independence, let's say UK is doing independence, for instance, let me just use that as an example. They will invite Nigerian diplomats to that particular something. In that particular something, UK may have planned some irresistible, sweet British girls. Gbajabiamila may be the target. UK may plant like 5 girls that they are all working together, that if Gbajabiamila doesn't find this one attractive, he must find this one attractive, or find that one attractive. See, politics and international relations is a complex thing. That's why when you are not interested in politics, I just laugh. I just pity you. I just nod my head that, sorry. There is no way you must not be interested in politics and governance. It is even lack of the political education that I noticed that made me to be doing this. It's not easy to do it. So UK may try to implant like 6 different girls there and say, okay, if we can get close to Gbajabiamila, for instance, Gbajabiamila is close to the president. Okay, if we can key Seyi Tinubu, but if you naturally go and meet Seyi Tinubu and say, oh, Seyi, I want to be your friend, it won't fly. But in that particular gathering that they know that Seyi is coming, They may have done their research. What does Sheyi like? Who are Sheyi's girlfriend? Okay, likes tall, you know, black girls, coffee girls, shapy girls. They would have done their research. So in that particular gathering, they will flood them with the girls that are Sheyi's taste. They will flood that gathering with girls that are Gbajabi Amila's taste. They have them in all these CIA, FBI. Go there, you will see young, beautiful, irresistible, intelligent girls there that you won't know that they are spy. They will just drop them, drop them into their embassy to Nigeria, give them one position. And at that meeting, there will be a time for networking, get together. That okay, you guys can just be sharing wine, or during the time of maybe toast, whereby you guys will use your glass to jam each other and say cheers, toast to greater cordial relations between Nigeria and UK and all that. It may be during that time that everybody there are diplomats, are top people, that those girls will be trying their luck. The one that will come and meet Baja or Sheyi that, what would you like to eat? If that one fail, another one will come that, hi, where do you stay in Nigeria? I have a lot of friends in Nigeria, and I know about Nigeria. I know amala, I know eba, I know fufu. I actually like fufu. Do you like any British food? Because that person said, I like Nigeria, I like eba, I like fufu, that person will naturally gain your attention. See, some of these people in government, if I happen to be close to president, there are some retreats that you will give them. Say, wait, don't go and lose guard. When you are in any public gathering, don't go and do any silly loose guard. If anybody come and meet you, and you think that you are making friends, you are selling out the government. If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. And please like this video. To all the people that have been liking my video, God bless you. I appreciate you. God bless you. Do well to subscribe to this channel, and do well to like this video. If you subscribe, I see and see. I get fearful here. I see everything where they go on at the background. If you like this video, I see here in YouTube studio. God bless you for subscribing. So the thing is, you now imagine that those people are implanted there to just kind of like make sure that they penetrate you, because they know that once they are able to penetrate you, bam, they don't chop lotto. So if that one fail, another one may just come and say, I heard you are the chief of staff to the president. Oh, hi, how are you doing? Have you visited my country? I think there are some things in my country that you would like, and I think you are the right person to talk to. There's my friend's father who happens to be a multinational something, and they're thinking of investing in the Nigerian market. For instance, I can use solar. The Nigeria has electricity problem, and my friend's father owns a solar company, and we are talking of an investment of about $20 million. Say immediately you hear that $20 million, you go gain interest. You want to exchange contact. That's where it starts. They can use this thing. I'm saying is not something that happens in a week, because you already had girls in your life, you already have people that are lobbying you. So it may take 1 year to build that relationship, to build that trust. But they know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. So different countries use different mode to spy. Different complex tactical mode to spy. In fact, all countries spy. It's just that the level of spying is different from each other. Nigeria may be a weak country, so weak country, they need to spy. It's mostly these strong countries that spy. Russia, Canada, US, UK, France, all these top countries that mainly spy. Nigeria is just anywhere but their face. They know they spy anything, because you are not exporting anything, you are not selling anything. Have you noticed that in the international scene, Nigeria they avoid enemy? Have you guys not noticed? Have you ever seen Nigeria be in enemy with any country? No. Nigeria would rather be in the middle. If Russia is confronting US, Nigeria will be in the middle. Nigeria will hide himself in the middle. If they are to vote in UN, rather than if Nigeria sees that it is US and Russia, Nigeria will not want to be in the bad book of Russia. They will just abstain. And in international politics, abstinence is allowed. So if they are to vote now against this Russia and Ukraine, for example, maybe US should activate the Security Council against Russia. And all countries during, maybe, let's say this hunger that they just finished, they are now to vote. What Nigeria usually do most times is to abstain, because they know that if they vote in favor of Ukraine, that okay, if they vote in favor of the invasion of Russia, that they should activate the UN Security Council against Russia, Nigeria would have become the enemy of Russia. If they vote against it, Nigeria may have become the enemy of a country like US that wants it. So to be in the middle, Nigeria will just abstain. Don't take my word for it. Do some research about your country. Most times, Nigeria always abstain. So Nigeria over time doesn't have enemies, because Nigeria is always looking for money everywhere, always carrying begging bowl all over the place. You see Shetima begging for debt forgiveness at hunger. That's what Nigeria is good at. Where aid, free money, he did that place. You see Nigeria there. Where that loan day? She na sukuk bon. She na OIC, Organization of Islamic Country. Where again, she na China loan day. You see Nigeria there. Na Nigeria go day front. So Nigeria na anywhere belle face in the international, in terms of international relations and diplomacy. Nigeria no dey fight anybody. You see, say when they want push Nigeria to go fight ordinary Niger, when the matter dey be too much, Nigeria just leave them. So Nigeria, now in cities in Nigeria, they roar out. But when it comes to international relations and diplomacy, na Nigeria sabi hide the head pass. This Israel-Iran war now, the UN is meeting. If all countries are to converge and say, okay, we want to, because in international relations, if they converge, I think it is the Security Council or something, nations all over the world can converge and take a decision against you. And if they take that decision is binding. There's nothing you can do. That's why they usually say that are nations truly sovereign? Oh God. Oh God. Let me not go into that one. That's another topic for another day. Are nations truly sovereign? Because you say, oh, you are celebrating independence. Every country is celebrating independence. But are nations truly sovereign? Is any nation sovereign in the world? Is there any sovereign nation in the world? That's another topic. That's why if you are watching me, oh God, do I need to tell you to subscribe? The free knowledge that I'm giving you, if you come to the class that I'm a lecturer in and it's abroad, do you know how many pounds and dollars you pay the school? But now I'm doing community service, free knowledge, just like that. With all the read for Africa, read for Europe, read for Asia, free knowledge. Hey? And so subscribe to like, it still they add you. Hey. But I don't want to go into our nations. Is any nation sovereign in the true sense of it? But if the UN Security Council, if they gather and say, oh, Russia, the arm you are doing in Ukraine, stop. If you don't stop, they can activate each country. There's a quota of military or something that they will activate. And every country in the world, if they activate that thing, they will storm Russia and they will defeat Russia by fire, by force. Because it's just as if the whole world is against you. They barely activate it. But if they do, how many minutes do they want to use to defeat Russia? Imagine soldiers from China, soldiers from US, soldiers from Canada, from UK, France, Nigeria, Ghana, and everybody is putting us together against Russia. Russia will fall within 1, 2, 3 days because the weight will be too enormous. In fact, the problem will be too enormous for Russia to bear. So, if you look at the realm of international diplomacy, countries go all out to achieve their aim. For instance, US can send a spy to North Korea. US can send a spy. US can align with, I'm looking for a country. US can align with Ukraine and have somebody that have like a bit of Ukrainian features and get Ukrainian passport. That's why we have allied countries. They can get Ukrainian passport for that particular lady to go to North Korea as an Ukrainian. But that particular lady is an American, but she will use Ukraine passport so that the North Korean authorities can feel a bit more free with her. International relations and diplomacy is a very complex thing. It's a thing that, in fact, if you know much about it, you will see that when they say international politics, you will fear. You will fear because a lot of things are going on. A lot of things. For instance, China is warming up to become the superpower. China is looking at America that I'm going to take over from you, bro. America is looking at China that they no born you well. Russia is rearing its head that you, America, you know, the Soviet Union will collapse. Now you in favor. We no go gree. For you to achieve some things, you need that strong network. And there's some information that you cannot get except emotions are involved. Do you know that? There's some information that you cannot get except that person in that camp, both of you are seeing your nakedness. Every country has it, that for the sake of their country, they are ready to sleep with you. To them, sex is nothing. If they need vital information, for instance, Tinubu usually go to UK, France. If Canada has a major interest in Nigeria and they are interested in Tinubu's health, and they've tried their UK diplomatic network to know about the Tinubu's health, is not working. They will think that, okay, if we can get somebody to be close to Sheyi or Gbajabiamila, we will know what is really wrong with Tinubu. They have girls, sweet girls that, in fact, the only thing that can make you resist them is if you are Jesus Christ and you have the level of Holy Spirit that Jesus Christ has, but you that the Holy Spirit in you is just 3%. You cannot see sweet girl before you fall yakata. And did they know that so long as you guys are in, the girl herself will even be spoiling you with gift. It is a country that is giving her money. She'll be buying unimaginable things for you. She can say, oh, why not let's just live here, let's go on holiday to let's go and rest in Miami Beach. She wants to spend her money to take you to Miami Beach. You go happy say, this girl, she dey spend from you. You know that girl is spending the money of Canadian government. She's well funded by Canadian government because that girl knows that if you remain within the shores of Nigeria, you are always busy. Your phone will be ringing, people will be diverting you. She won't be easy to penetrate. She won't easily penetrate you. But if she can take you away from the shores of Nigeria to like Paris, and it's you and I alone on a week vacation, she knows that during that week, in the course of that week, you go basket mouth one or two things that will give her clue to achieving the aim for our country. These things happens a lot across the world. These people is that what we call the international spy. If she calls her country, she notifies some people in her, she will be given progress report every day or every 2 days. While she was with you in Paris, as soon as they have sex like mad person, she's busy updating the people in her country that, okay, today went well, you know, it's beginning to become comfortable, we had sex today. You tell them that I'm beginning to penetrate him, but I think in about a week or two, I should be able to get some vital information. Most countries do it. How do countries remove the government of other countries? I think I should start giving you guys assignments now. How do countries, when they say, oh, when they remove the likes of Kwame Nkrumah in Ghana, you remember the power project? Oh God. Do I need to fast and pray? Do I need to lay my hands on you? Do I need to speak in tongues before you remember the power project under Kwame Nkrumah? When Ghana gained independence in 1958, you mean you don't know it? Do I need to go on fast and do I need to drag you to deliverance ground? Because if I need to do it, I will do it. The power project under Kwame Nkrumah, how did Kwame Nkrumah got murdered? The West were threatened by that power project. So some of you don't have light in Nigeria. Your light is not stable. You cannot even trace some things. Hi. You cannot trace some little things. Kwame Nkrumah was trying to do the power project, knowing fully well that, and he has the intention not to use that power to liberate Ghana alone, but other West African countries. He has a big dream. And at that point in time, there are multinational corporations that want to profit from the Nigerian oil resources, that epileptic power supply will lead to greater consumption of fuel, petrol, diesel, and it will in turn lead to greater profit to some of these multinational corporations. These companies have risen ahead. They eventually executed Kwame Nkrumah. Go and read the story of Patrice Lumumba, Leopold Senghor. Do I need to fast and pray? And you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe to a channel like this? Hey! If you have subscribed, I congratulate you. God has said you and I will be friends. And if you are yet to subscribe, do want to subscribe to this channel. You may not see my video tomorrow. That YouTube recommend it today. It's just luck. It doesn't mean they will recommend it for you tomorrow. So companies go all out when they need something. Countries don't just get what they want easily like that. You think sometimes countries will just come and say, oh, come, I need this thing, and the country will just say, okay, don't worry, you can have it. No, that's not how it works. I'll give you an example. The PIB that turns into PIA, Petroleum Industry Act. It was formerly PIB, Petroleum Industry Bill. Petroleum Industry Bill used almost about 20-something years in the National Assembly before it was passed. Petroleum Industry Bill will favor Nigerian government. It will favor Nigerian people. Why wasn't it passed? Don't you know there are some powers behind it? You don't know. Oh, God. Hey. You don't know there are some powers behind it. That bill wasn't being passed and it dragged long like that. There are some powers in multinational corporations. Go and read the history of multinational corporations. They change government of countries. Do you want to hear the truth? Should I tell you the truth? Come. Should I tell you the truth? If Shell, Ajib, Texaco is interested in removing Tinubu, I swear they will remove him. You heard me right. Go and read the history of multinational corporations. They've sacked presidents. You think Tinubu is powerful because why? Any small thing will send DSS after you. You know, when you see his entourage, when you see the normal presidential gragra, there's African presidents are as weak as anything. If they send missile to Nigeria, is our airspace not open? Do you have that thing that used to, the one they sent to Israel, all the missiles, you know, they have this technology that deactivates it. If you send any missile to Nigeria, it will just be blowing everywhere. Nigeria doesn't have enough military, enough gun to fight ordinary Boko Haram. You want to fight, other countries. That's why you see that Nigeria is always calm. Nigeria know they do pass himself. But if companies like Shell wants to remove Tinubu, Texaco, Ajib, it is so easy for them. You will think, oh, it is the military that did the coup. No, you will know that it is funded by Shell, Texaco, Ajib. They have the technology, they have the network, they have the resources. Nigerian military will come on there and say, oh, we are not in tune with any call for change of government. It's because the people relating with them are Nigerians. The top hierarchy guys in the military, if they see $1 billion, they go, $1 billion is too much. If they see $500 million, they go run mad. They go flush out Tinubu tomorrow morning. And they will tell you that anything that happens, you have our support. If they see $500 million and Tinubu that is not even in the country, immediately you just hear in the morning that, you know, fellow Nigerians, based on the high rate of inflation in the country, based on the disunity in the country, based on the hardship in the land, based on the call for separation in the country, they will now begin to list all the sins of Tinubu based on the arbitrary increase in petroleum pump price by over 600%. They will begin to list everything. It has become imperative that the military intervene to save the country. All democratic institutions stands dissolved. The Senate stands dissolved. The House of Representatives stands dissolved. All the State House of Assembly stands dissolved. All the Constitution suspended. Decree something, it takes over with immediate effect. You would think that, oh, the military, they like us. Oh, great guys. They've saved us from Tinubu. You won't know that military may have been influenced by multinational corporations. That's why if I come to this word next time, what I want to study is politics and governance. I don't want to be an engineer. I don't want to be a tailor. I don't want to be a mechanic. I want to study politics and governance. When I was to enter the university for my BSc in Nigeria years back, they said, why do you want to go and study political science? Now, sadists, they do political science. That in that school, all of them, whoa. Now, sadists, they don't graduate to that political. Go and study sociology. Go and do sociology. Go and do industrial and labor relations. Don't go to political science. So I thought about it. And I asked the person that was helping me with the admission, I said, come. That political science, is there people there? He said, yes. Are there students there? There are students that if I go there now, I will see students, 100 level, 200 level, 300 level, 400 level. He said, yes, I want to go there. Saheed Òṣùpá will say, ayé ò jẹ́ n gbádùn, ó dájú ayé gbàgbé mi lọ. That the world did not allow me to rest. Everybody is disturbing me. It's better than everybody has forgotten me. It is word of this guy, this Fuji guy, Saheed Òṣùpá. Say, ayé ò jẹ́, some of you that are Yoruba will understand what I'm saying. Say, ayé ò jẹ́ n gbádùn. Pé, you know, he said, they said he should not sing Fuji music. That Fuji music will attract the nemesis of witches and wizards. That singing Fuji music will attract the nemesis of the babalawos. That will attract I don't think nemesis is the right word. It will make people to come against you. So that his mother advised him not to sing Fuji music. But when he taught it, he said, oh, he will do it and be successful. Permit me if you are not Yoruba. He said, gbogbo ìgbà tó ní má kọ Fuji, pé ṣé ayé ni Fuji, páyé ò ní jẹ́ ń gbádùn. Mo kàn ṣàyàrí délẹ̀ pa ṣe là náà ni. Tó bá jẹ́ ṣé ayé, á ṣe là náà ni. Báyé ò jẹ́ ń gbádùn, á ṣe là náà ni. Mo lóyà jẹ ni táyé gbàgbé, á ṣe là náà ni. What that means is that you don't want me to sing Fuji music, but no matter how rugged it is, even if Fuji music is the song of witches and wizards, if witches and wizards don't like people that sing Fuji music and they will be troubling them, I will sing it and be successful. That they don't let me rest, they don't allow me to rest, is better than they've forgotten me. That's why somebody like Portable, this guy that sang Zazu, is very strategic. He will not allow people to rest because he knows that if he allow people to rest, maybe they will forget him. He speaks more than he sings. He has caused more trouble than the song that he's an artist for. So Portable is more of a troublemaker or a show-off guy than even a singer. You understand? If you are watching me for the first time and you are yet to subscribe to this channel, do well to subscribe to this channel so that we can always Polithink together. I can see my people are subscribing, I can see people are subscribing. God bless you for subscribing. You know, when you subscribe, I see it here. I get everything here. When you like my video, I see it here. You know, so I know my loyal people. But God bless you for subscribing. And if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, click the subscribe button. We are not doing this for a week. We are not doing it for a month. We are not doing it for a year. We are doing it for as long as God permits. So it will be a great privilege to have you on my channel. As you can see on this channel, we don't abuse, we don't insult, we learn, we teach each other. And I have a contract with you. If you are subscribing, that just try and watch my video twice, or go and pick any of my video. If you pick my video, just watch about 2 or 3. If you see that after watching it you have not learned anything, unsubscribe, go. That's the contract I have with you. Yeah, we don't abuse. You can say I don't have time to abuse. Sometimes I restrain myself from going into other topic, right? Just like when I said, is any nation truly sovereign? I have to restrain myself from going into that topic because I can go into it. I restrain myself from going to the Israel Iran face off. If not, I will go into it. So this is an informative and educative channel. If there's anything like analysis Saturn in Guinness Book of Record, maybe I would have gone for it. It comes very easy for me. So that's why I usually say, make sure you subscribe to this channel. And as you subscribe, God bless you. I appreciate you. And do well to drop your comment, okay? So international politics and diplomacy is very, very tense. What made me to branch into international politics and diplomacy? I was talking about, I didn't know that you people have used comment to kill me. The thing was up before. I didn't know that people don't drop comment. Don't worry, I'll take your comment now. I was talking about somebody drop a comment and say Tinubu will reshuffle cabinet in UK. He was making jest. That was what made me branch to that. If you announce that you want to reshuffle cabinet, you will not eventually reshuffle it. When I gave the analysis to some extent, I said, okay, let me go into the realm of international politics for you to know that countries even go the so if countries can go extra mile to get what they want, who are ministers that will not go extra mile? If you have a beautiful girl, if Tinubu has in fact, there are so many people that they will be luring Sheyi. If Sheyi likes sex, he go have sex till he go just craze. Because some people will naturally implant their cousin, their relative that are as beautiful, that are as irresistible as anything, just to be friend to Sheyi. They know that if you are friend to Sheyi and Sheyi likes you and Sheyi develop emotions for you, me that I'm your family, that I'm under Tinubu's government, even if I steal, I can never be prosecuted. Do you think Malami was not wise before he marries Buhari's daughter? Are you listening to me? Are you with me in body, flesh, and spirit? Or do I need to speak in tongues? Of all the women in the world, Malami, the former Attorney General, already have wives, but still decide to marry Buhari's daughter. Malami was at a public forum in Kebbi. Malami was one of the lawyers that usually followed Buhari when he was a serial contestant. When Buhari did not have money, he used to go to tribunal. Malami was one of the lawyers. Malami did not have anything. It's just a struggle. He's not a big boy in the true sense of big boy. But Malami has been loyal to Buhari. So when Buhari became president, it's like, Malami, no, I trust you. You dey lawyer. Become attorney. Despite the fact that Malami is not even a senior advocate, as at when he became attorney general, he's just a barrister. Don't take my word for it. Do some research. Do some research. Malami was just a barrister. Buhari made him attorney general. Because Buhari had developed so much trust in him. Malami was at a forum in Kebbi when he was trying to be Kebbi governor before he stepped down because he couldn't match the power of this minister of budget. What is his name? Somebody should help me with his name. Minister of budget. This former Kebbi state governor, because that one is a big boy. He's one of the people that usually launder money for Abacha. That guy is as sinkingly rich. All this your budget that you are just saying, it is an irrelevant money to Atiku Bagudu. You see, you people, you didn't remember me. Now, me still they remember myself. Polithinkers, what's happening? Atiku Bagudu is a big boy. He has been dining with the likes of IBB, Abacha, Tete. So he has seen money. So Malami that just, chops one small money cannot match Atiku Bagudu on a normal day. That's how Malami's governorship bid failed. But I watched a video where Malami was at a town hall in Kebbi and he said he can afford to give the people 1 million naira. Eh? Malami, you don't get money reach that level. The people wey dey this or what I go see, e go reach like 400 o. So you get 1 million to give, Malami, you don't turn big boy o. You remember all these oil contracts, something, all this legal thing that Nigeria has not yet paid during Malami's time. All these, oil vessel when Buhari just got there, that they were yet to pay Nigeria. Buhari now got there. So over time, Malami and co now discovered that those oil something that Nigeria has sold during Jonathan's time, but yet to receive the money. So ordinarily, Malami is a big boy. Do you think Malami is not wise that he's decided let him go and marry Buhari's daughter? If Malami, I don't know if that's the case, if he has taken a lot from the cookie jar, one of the best escape routes is to go and marry Buhari's daughter, because he knows that with you being the husband of Buhari's daughter and Buhari hand over to Tinubu, even if they see that you've stolen money, they will call you to the back, say, Malami, you dey craze, how you go steal this kind of money? Oh yeah, return some, you don't dey too much. You don't see say you steal 20 naira. No, too much. Return 15 naira. No, I no still reach that level. No, but I still I go return 8 naira. 8 naira. No. See this record, return 10 naira. 10 naira or nothing. They'll say, okay, take 10 naira. That's the best that can happen. Because why? It's Buhari's in-law. So some of you will just think it is love that will make some. I'm not saying he doesn't love her. I'm just using it as an example. So some of you will think, oh, it is love that make Malami go and marry Buhari's daughter. It may be love, but it may also be something beyond love. If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel. We are growing. We are a growing community, Some of you know me as at the time that if I'm analyzing, I'll just have maybe 30 viewers. But we are growing. We are a growing community. And it's great that I know you. Because as we dey grow, it's good as I know you. There's nothing as interesting as it. The Bible says, I know my people know me. So I just brought to the international realm to just explain further, so that you will know that if I say that, if you announce that you want to remove cabinet, there's high probability that you won't eventually remove it. You won't eventually change that cabinet. Some of you will think, what is Deji saying? Is he not the president? Does he not have the veto? These people will go extra mile. Till 2027, Tinubu may not remove him. He may not remove any minister. Or at the end of the day, by the time he will reshuffle the cabinet, the people that are not performing will be the people that have link. Those are the people that we retain. It is the one that are now performing that we now remove. It will become survival of the fittest. Let me take some comments and give my closing shot on this airline before I go to Biafra and Tinubu in UK. But let me take some comments first. A lot of comments here. If you are watching me and you are here to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. Liking video is not subscribing. If you are watching me, you will see that subscribe something that they write it. Just click it on. That means you have subscribed. Then if you see that thing that looks like this, the hand that looks like this, that one is like. And if you click it on, that means you've liked the video. If you see that love, that red love something, you can be tapping that one too. It helps. God bless you. And if you subscribe, don't go and click subscribe again. You are unsubscribing, But if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Let me take some comment. Okay. Tokashi said, good evening, Dr. D. We have entered one chance government. It is well. Chemtra says they should have reimbursed you to cover your travel cost and maybe travel certificate etc. for the headache. Chemtra, they didn't reimburse me. I've forgotten the reason they said. I forgot. They usually reimburse people. In fact, I felt it's because I'm a Nigerian self. God forgive me if I'm wrong. But they didn't reimburse me. They were supposed to. Maybe, is it $60 or $80? Something like that. But they didn't reimburse me. They didn't. I was very sad. I felt somehow. I felt cheated. that, you know, there was something they said. I can't remember. It's been a while. But they didn't reimburse me. Truly, they didn't. They didn't. Even some of my friends told me that even if they had done anything to the bag, that they will pay me for that bag for damaging it, and they are to pay me like an inconvenience amount. They didn't pay me. I swear to God, they didn't reimburse me. You know. Augustine Igwe says that's fact about African politics. And the 77 says hi, Dr. Deji, and Don Silvevo says I'm present. And Chemtrex is saying knowledge has been missing in Nigeria's politics in the last 3 decades or more. Chemtrex, last 3 decades, no, since independence. Because if knowledge is not missing, definitely Nigeria won't be the way it is, and the standard would have been set in such a way that in that last 3 decades, it will be very difficult or impossible for you to deviate from that standard. So I disagree that last 3 decades, no, since independence, there has been no standard, you know. I said it's common denominator in all past and present government of Nigeria. And August Igwe said that's what godfatherism has cost us. Contrast is saying, Deji, know they talk like that to them, go say you they objectify. No. No, my people here are mature. They know what I'm talking about, you know. And August Igwe says, can't see the like button. Augustine, if your screen is full screen, maybe you need to go away from the full screen. If you are not on full screen, you see that like something. You understand? If you are not watching me on full screen, you see it, or it's always at the top of the video. You see subscribe, you see like. It's always easy, but it is that icon that is like this. That is like. That one that used to be like this. That logo like this. That's like. So do well to locate it. God bless you. Thanks for the love. And if I had to subscribe. And Churches is saying, I was the first to like per in-law matter. Okay, my very powerful rugged in-law. Fidelis Michael says, I've liked the video. Okay, God bless you, Fidelis. And Ochu Jesus Christ. Ochu do nobodo. Emeka. When you put this on name, when you were writing jam, what did the system say? Did the system record? Hey, I dey fear my system no go say error. Because for me to print Ochu do nobodo. Emeka says Tinubu is a necessary evil. God bless you, Emeka. Let me just stick to Emeka, you know, so that I don't pronounce your name wrongly. I respect people's name. God bless you. Chandra say you can reshuffle as many times as they like. The bottom line is that they can't give what they don't have. It says Sheyi likes Richard Mille used to now Richard Mille, big boy. Richard Mille. If you want to buy Richard Mille original one, we have like 150 million, 200 million, 250 million. You don't know. Some of you that want to kill yourself because of the child of Atiku, the child of Tinubu, that they wear Richard Mille. Do you know how much they sell Richard Mille? Can you buy Richard Mille? See my wristwatch. Where my wristwatch? How much is my wristwatch? Where my wristwatch? So, okay, it's a bit far away from me. You know? Do you know how many of my wristwatch Richard Mille will buy? You know? I know they use fake, but I never reached that level. I never near them at all. In fact, if you buy Richard Mille of 200 million, the 10% is 20 million, they no bomb me well. Man, go buy a wristwatch. In fact, the 5% will be 10 million, they no bomb me well. In fact, the 2.5% will be 5 million, I no go fit. But I dey try my own little way. But say I go buy one for 200 million. But money dey. This guy, see, you don't see where politicians children they chop life. I've not seen it, but I was able to witness it while studying abroad, and maybe if I visit some of these schools, right, some of these great schools abroad, and I hear feedback from some of my friends. Some of them live better than for instance, you came to Nigeria to study. Some of them are living better than the elite in Nigeria. Some Nigerian politician children are living better than the children of elite in UK. Their papa no poor. Then be elite. £1 now about 2,200. But there are Nigerian children, there are Nigerian politician children studying in UK that are living better than the children of UK elite. If you see where they chop life, you will not support any politician, or you won't want to die because of any politician. That's the truth. You know, he said espionage has always been there. It's too sophisticated for Nigeria. Kiki, Kiki, I'm seeing you for the first time. Oh, Kiki, is it first time? Not Senate, but the North. And Kiki, where did they watch me from? And I'm saying Tinubu is in the UK taking Oyinbo medicine after he refused to build hospital for his country. I'm coming there, Chemtrails. And he says the military took over will make more sense for Nigeria. Ikechukwu Amaku. Say, Dr. Ikechukwu, it's like you are watching me for the first time. Where they watch me from? Nigeria are many for Pekambu, they're many for Woolish. Nice watching you from London. You're a man full of knowledge about politics. Keep it up because it helps people like me to understand politics the more. Ikechukwu, have you subscribed? If you are subscribed, your knowledge go blow for you. You know, just they pray for me. May God no kill me. If he didn't day, he didn't day. Now God, we give all glory and adoration to God. Our uncle is here. You guys don't know that we have uncle here. Our uncle is Sam. Sam, where you did since? I never see your comment. I did say, where's our uncle? Sam is in his 60s, great guy. God bless you, sir. Great to have you. He says, how you do it and what's the topic of today? I've worked many years also for a major commercial airline, you know. And Timmy Bendo. Yes, it's from me. Timmy Bendo. You are watching me. He said I've liked and subscribed. Kudos, my brother. Okay. God, this name is strange. God bless you, Timmy Bendo. Welcome to the Polithinkers family. Let me see. You guys have been subscribing now. That means people are subscribing now. God bless you. If you are here to subscribe, you are on a long thing, because I see here. And Divine Crypto Hub. He said, Divine Crypto, you are watching me for the. I'm here to see this name before. Divine Crypto Hub. That they do crypto for heaven. Divine Crypto. Divine Crypto Hub. God bless you. Great to have you. And Fidelis Ogboiche. He says, political orator, I greet you. Oh, God bless you, Fidelis. You are my returning viewer. And then Joshua Money Good. Money. Joshua. This is your name. You weak me. Joshua Money Good. When you never get money, people don't booga you before. Joshua, oh yeah, come and report yourself. When you never get money, people don't snatch your girlfriend before. Because this your name is funny. Joshua Money Good. I be like say people don't intimidate you before. And Udefuna Jonathan says, I love your analysis. You be original high-class professor watching from Japan. This my platform is a mini world on its own. People they watch me from everywhere. God bless you, my brother Jonathan Udefuna. You know, God bless all of you for subscribing. Now let's continue. I don't take break, right? Let me call the phone line. Okay, let me call. You can reach me via WhatsApp. Okay, if you want to contribute. Before I continue, because I get a lot of, and I like to make it interactive. That's why I read comment and I also open the phone lines. The time self, they enough for only me to use. But make her interactive. You understand? +55 13 99 666 6361. +55 13 99 666 6361. WhatsApp only. Again, let me call it slowly. +55 13 99 666 6361. +55 1399 666 6361. WhatsApp only. Okay. If you want to politic with me, give me a call and you'll be live. Okay. So I started by talking about Emirate Airways, and Sam Onyekwere, our uncle, is saying you can get compensated by the airline depending on the type of ticket bought. Uncle Sam, me I dey beg God o, I no dey buga o, na economy o, na economy I buy o, no be business class o, I no go lie o. Na economy I buy that time, na economy, I no go lie you understand, na economy o. But I don't think it's because it is economy. I don't think so, Uncle Sam. I don't think so. Even if it's economy, I learned the usual because I think it has happened to one of my friends before, but I think she actually boarded business class. Was it business or first class? You know? But me, most time na economy I dey fly you. I no go me, I no get shame. I go talk true. Na economy I book. Even if I get money to book business class now, for Nigeria, we be say if you land, this one go say rain don't carry their roof go, their pikin never pay school fees. I'll just be like, make I sit down for my economy, jeje. They maintain my champion, you know. Coffee or juice, no. You have beer, bring beer. That's how we roll, you know. And shout out to our uncle. Ibrahim Adamu, this your picture. You look old though. Ibrahim Adamu, you came late oh. We already have an uncle on this platform. Oh. Our uncle is Sam Onyekwere. Sam Onyekwere is in the 60s. So I've christened him the uncle of all Polithinkers. So if you're a Polithinker, Sam is your uncle on this platform. That's our uncle, Sam Onyekwere. Shout out to you. Sam always join me every time. You know, it gives me joy if an elderly persons, you know, somebody like Sam, you know, joins my platform. It gives me great joy. You understand? So I'm happy to have people like Sam on this platform. God bless you, Sam. Shout out to you. I appreciate you greatly. And Ibrahim Adamu, this your profile picture be like old man, no, but he says, how are you doing today? I hope fine. Yeah, of course. Udemefuna says, I watch you today with Precious. I love you, Chief Deji. No be Chief, oh, which Chief? No, you know. If you watch me with Precious, that's yesterday, right? Today it will be the man with the white beard. Maybe he's even watching me now. Prince Francis Chilaka. I call him the Prince of Chilaka. He was the one on the show today, you know. The Prince of Chilaka. If you are watching me, the Prince of Chilaka, shout out to you. I know say you know the comment, but anytime he gets to speak with me, you say, Deji, I see you on YouTube. The way you they dish out lyrics, I'll be like, so Prince, you they watch me, but you they hibernate. Prince Chilaka, if you're watching me, shout out to you. And Richard Bones will say, good work, boss. African politicians are the same everywhere. And G-Man says, are you a politician? G-Man. You see, that's the thing, you know. There's a difference between politicians and political scientists. Some people don't know the difference. You know, before I used to say, I am a political scientist. Some people don't know that there's an occupation called political scientist. Of course, there is. And I am a political scientist. I'm not a politician. You know, maybe you can Google it. You say, okay, difference between a politician and a political scientist. Yeah, I think that's a great way to answer you. So you read more about it, okay? If you are watching me and you are here to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. G-Man, you are watching me for the first time, or maybe I'm seeing your comment for the first time. Richard Bonsu, I think I'm seeing your comment for the first time as well. So I started with Emirate Airline. I've dropped a lot of analysis on it, how Nigeria can end, how the failure of Nigerian government made people suffer. But I started by praising the president. You know, here, I don't hate anybody, I don't like anybody. If the president has done well, I'll say it. Anywhere you know do well, and knock him. That's me for you. I said, for you to have been able to settle Emirate Airline, for them to repatriate their funds, you've tried. Because on the long run, or is it on the short run, it's beneficial to Nigerian because the market becomes more perfect, competitive. That with the existence of Emirate Airline, other airlines will be forced to consider Emirate Airline when they are fixing their price. So the more the functional airline, first class airlines, the more the competition. The more the competition, the more the reasonability in price. Because one will not want the other to outshine him. So the absence of Emirates would have given some airline some leverage, to kind of do yanga on the price. And the absence of Emirates would have led to an increase in demand. And you know that the higher the demand, there's bound to be an increase in price, because if demand is high and supply, make I not go into all those things, my people. Don't let me go into all those technical, all these professional jargons. Let me just keep it, because it's not everybody that is. If I'm in a master's class, then I know what to say, how to say it, because I expect that they would have known some certain things. So the realm at which I'll be flowing will be very different. But when I'm in a public forum like this, I mind the way I flow, so that yeah. Sorry, I think there was a technical glitch. That's why I say please always subscribe and like this video, so that the enemy will not win us. So I think if Nigeria has an airline, Nigeria will earn more money. And I even said, if I am Dangote, what I will do next is to make sure that I go into airline business. So if you missed the first part of this my video, you can go back and watch it, right? I made some interesting submissions and analysis there. I think it was a comment that dragged me to somebody that dropped a comment about Tinubu's cabinet. That's when I went into Tinubu's cabinet and issue. So now let's go into this. Should I talk about the president's presence in the UK, or I should talk about Senate rejection of regional government, because they said it will hasten the restoration of Biafra? I'm left in between. I don't know which way to turn. So do we talk Biafra or do we talk Tinubu in UK? If I can get some of your quick comment, maybe that can help me take a decision. He said, as a political analysis, G-Man said, what do you think about Bogota refinery? Do you think Africans should support him for African resources for Africa? G-Man, please write it again so that I can show that I'm answering the right thing. Okay. Do you really mean Bogota, or are you trying to say Dangote? I'm not sure. Said as a politician's analyst, no. Let me try and read it the right way. As a political analyst, you mean to say, what do you think about Bogota refinery? Don't you think African should be supporting him for African resources for African? Well, for me, G-Man, I think I've said it before. I'm a bit confused, which way to turn. I think I should refer you to my past live video, because when I treat topics, I treat it in-depthly. There was a topic that I spoke about Dangote refinery, how it is a good entry, but then how Dangote can become a monster. So the best thing to do is for government to immediately try to liberalize the sector, so that it will be a perfect competitive market and not a monopolistic one. So I think you should trace that video, G-Man, because if I'm to go into the analysis of it, it will hinder the topic that I have today, and it will just be like a repetition, because I treated the topic recently and all the videos are there on YouTube. So go through my past live video and you will see where I talked about Dangote. Some of you that are watching me regularly will recall that I treated this extensively. And I think Chemtrex even called in that day. Yes, Chemtrex was one of the callers that day that said that Dangote refinery should be given all the support, all the necessary support for it to succeed, that investing $30 billion or so is not easy. I remember. So it is it is a recent topic. So G-Man, go through my past life. Even if I'm to answer you, I can't be as in-depth as when I treated the topic. Okay, so do well to go through my past life. It said, why do we let Western but not him? I've answered you. Go through my past life. I treated the topic extensively. Okay, so on the floor of the Senate, there is a proposal, or should I say a former proposal, because the Senate has trashed it, that some people were advocating that we should go back to regional government. We have Southwest, Southeast, South. So if we have a regional government, as we are practicing before, it means that Southeast will be like a more united entity, right? Because they will be able to have control of their resources and I think be remitting tax or something to the federal government. So if you have a regional government, you will earn more money. You remember when we were practicing regionalism, Awolowo built Cocoa House in Ibadan, was able to do free education. So if you are having a regional government, central policy will not apply as it is now, in the sense that there won't be like a central policy on education. It will be a regional policy. For instance, at that time, Awolowo introduced free education. I think the South, the East, and the North did not have such policy. But what we have now is like a federal something that the federal government will say, oh, this is our policy on education. So regionalism is meant to kind of like devolve some powers from the federal government. So the argument, I was surprised that one of the major arguments that the Senate used to throw away that particular thing, despite its many advantages, was the Senate leader, Opeyemi Bamidele, is a senator representing Ekiti. First, let me tell you the background of Opeyemi Bamidele. Opeyemi Bamidele became a senator because during, I think, the re-election of Kayode Fayemi in Ekiti, at the political rally, I think a police officer lost guard and there was an accidental discharge. And that bullet, I think it hit Opeyemi Bamidele. That's why you need to be following this my channel. You need to be following it like my village people. If you are yet to subscribe, do well to subscribe to this channel. Now, it was Tinubu that came to the rescue of Opeyemi Bamidele then. I'm talking of the man that trashed this return to regionalism on the ground that it will strengthen Biafra. That's the man I'm talking about now. So, when the bullet hit him, and Tinubu got aware, he instantly unleashed all his resources, said he should be flown abroad. You see Nigerian politicians, you go and die, stone will hit your head. While you are dying for a politician, they will even be asking of police report. But bullet accidentally hit Opeyemi Bamidele, was flown abroad almost immediately. Tinubu releases, I think Tinubu, yes, I had released his private jet, gave them money. Tinubu is good at that, sincerely, and that's why, like, it is difficult for him to contest and lose. I analyzed this yesterday. I gave you the analysis yesterday that Tinubu is always there. He knows how to. He may not have a good relationship with you as a citizen, but he has a good relationship with all these politicians that determines how far election will go. So he came to the rescue of Opeyemi Bamidele that time, that they flew him abroad, they gave him the best of treatment. So when Kayode Fayemi won the election, by the time they would do another election, as in, Ekiti election is off cycle. If you are yet to subscribe, please do well to subscribe to this channel, okay? And during the election of Opeyemi Bamidele, of the next general election, Tinubu was one of the people that fought for Opeyemi Bamidele, that because he suffered an injury that could have taken his life during Kayode Fayemi's election, that they should allow him to go to the Senate. So Tinubu lobbied, or should I say prevailed, on the likes of Kayode Fayemi when he won the re-election, that if there are people that you should compensate, it is Opeyemi Bamidele, because Opeyemi Bamidele received a bullet, although by accidental discharge, but that bullet could have easily taken his life. So because he's still alive, at least let him to reap. And Opeyemi Bamidele, I think, has served in the House of Rep before, but then I don't think he was a serving member. I stand to be correct. I don't know. I think he has served at House of Rep before, but he's a politician. He's part of the Tinubu political clan. If you are watching me and yet to subscribe, please do well to subscribe to this channel. Okay, I will see it here if you subscribe. So the Tinubu factor made them to give that particular something, that particular ticket to Opeyemi Bamidele. So he got the ticket based on the influence of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He became a senator. So you see that in the Senate, Tinubu has some key guys. I think I touched on it briefly day before yesterday or yesterday, that Tinubu has some key guys that are so strategic that even if Akpabio, some of you will say Akpabio playing the mumu guy, he knows what he's doing, because Tinubu has strategically positioned some people in such a way that even if Akpabio fuck up, Tinubu will influence his removal easily. Because in that Senate, there are former governors there that Tinubu has helped. Maybe they have election petition case, they will run to Tinubu, maybe for his judicial influence or for monetary assistance. And if you go and meet Tinubu for anything political assistance, monetary, he go settle you. He go settle you. Go and meet him, Baba. Look at good. When Dave Umahi, when they were accusing Wike, when they gave a judgment against Dave Umahi, and they sacked him in Ebonyi recently, just during Buhari's time, and they were saying, oh, it was Wike that influenced that judgment. You know, Wike to the basket mouth, and Wike was saying that, oh, he is happy. Now they are serving in the same cabinet, so that's why they say no permanent friend, no permanent enemy. And Wike was bragging that he's happy that the court sacked Umahi. Who did they run to at that time? It was Tinubu now. Umahi ran like a Christmas goat. Tinubu was one of the people that rallied around him, that used his influence, political influence, judicial influence, to save Dave Umahi, the current Minister of Works, when he was a Ebonyi governor. So Tinubu is like a political addict. Anything that is like a political rescue or something that would expand his political empire, he's always willing to go all out for it. That's why now he don't relax now, maybe because he's the president now. That's why you hear that before he became president, any election, they will usually mention his name, because he will want to have a candidate. He will want to install this person. He will want to put in that person. So he is addicted politically. You know, some people are addicted to sex, some are addicted to beer, some are addicted to smoking. Tinubu is addicted to political power. He likes to be in charge of political territories. That's why I've asserted before that if you allow the president, he will go and be influencing election in Togo, Benin Republic, all these small countries, to expand his political empire, because he's a power-oriented politician. And I've distinguished for you before. That's why if you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe to this channel, you want to miss all this knowledge, I've said that Africans, we have largely two politicians. You are either power or developmental oriented. But Africa lacks a lot of development-oriented politicians. What we have largely is power-oriented politicians. And I don't want to divert, if not, I would have given you a lot of examples. Paul Biya of Cameroon is an example, right? And the examples abound, so don't let me deviate. Tinubu is also a power-oriented politician. Give him more power, he wants more power. He was a senator in the early 90s. From there, he left. He came back as governor. He was a governor. He left. He decided to be the political godfather of Lagos State. From Lagos State, he expanded. He gained territories in the southwest. At some point, his party was controlling about 5 states in the southwest. After that, he still wasn't satisfied. He began to help people in some northern states, some southeastern states. He started by supporting people to become senators. After a while, he gained territory there. He became the ally of people like Ganduje and all that. Still, he wasn't satisfied. He became the national leader of APC. He brought Buhari, he installed the president. Still, he wasn't satisfied. He became the national leader of APC. Still, he wasn't satisfied till he became the president. I've given you a quick, I'm racing up because I'm going somewhere, but I just like to back up my point. So if you look at his political trajectory, you see that he's a power-oriented politician, not a development-oriented politician. Tinubu has done more to acquire power than do more to bring development. Again, I repeat, Tinubu has done more to acquire power, to expand his political dynasty than he has done more to bring development. Okay? Jim say, can you expand your analysis to the whole of Africa? My brother, if I do that, I'll be deviating, and I try to stay on the topic. Okay? So let's stay on the topic. Issues about Africa will still happen. I've used 4 hours here before to analyze American politics, pure American politics, straight up. So wait, issues will still happen in Africa that I would expand the scope. But if I say, okay, Africa lacks developmental oriented politician, it is power oriented. If I'm not careful to limit it at that and just give you an example of Paul Biya, I will just go into African politics straight, just like that, and I can go on and on and on and on. Like Wike used to say, if he didn't day, he didn't day, but he did. You understand? So that's why you have to subscribe and be regular, so that by the day we'll be talking pure African politics, you won't miss it. Okay, everything can be covered in one day. You understand? So let me just stay focused. Joshua Ella will say you are right on Tinubu and some other politicians like Wike. So if you trace if you are yet to subscribe, please do well. Show some love. Subscribe to this channel. I can see some people are subscribing. Yes, I see it here, and I can see some names here, because when people subscribe, I see it. I can see some people are subscribing. If you just subscribe, God bless you. I appreciate it. I can't be calling out all the names. God bless you. I appreciate you. If you like, I see it. If you subscribe, I see it here. I have another device here. So God bless you for subscribing. And if you are yet to subscribe, do well to subscribe. The amount of people that are subscribing is abysmally low to the kind of viewers that I have. But God bless you for subscribing, and I'm sure you won't regret it. Just stay. Give me some time. You will feel it, okay? So if you check the trajectory of Tinubu, he has done more to expand his political empire. He has done more to acquire power, to retain power, and to install himself than he has done to bring about development. If you look at in other climes, some politicians are always about development, less of power. That is why if you begin to abuse them, you begin to insult them, they will just go and resign. Because they'll be like, what are you doing for me? Why are you insulting me? What kind of nonsense is this? They'll just resign. Because they are doing their best to bring about development, or maybe they make a simple mistake. All the people in the country is now coming for them. They'll be like, this position is even a burden for me, because every time it's about bringing development, it's about bringing succum to the people. Oh, I resign, go, leave me alone. But in climes that politicians are power-oriented, they barely resign. And that's why you see that it is like a sign of weakness for you to resign in Africa. If you're a politician in Africa, it is being seen as a sign of weakness if you resign. Because African politicians are power-oriented, not development-oriented. So, Tinubu has a lot of guys in the Senate that he has helped. And I've said it before that some of these senators, Tinubu is not even their godfather, he's their grandfather, some great-grandfather. Right? Because if a governor, the governor that Tinubu made, makes you a senator, Tinubu is not your godfather, you are a grandchild, political grandchild to Tinubu. So he has a number of them in the Senate that even if Akpabio does not wish to cooperate, he has no choice than to cooperate. It's just that he could have done it a bit more maturely. So when you hear that Senate pass budget, supplementary budget in 5 minutes, and you are abusing Akpabio, if you are able to meet Akpabio, to sit down one-on-one with Akpabio, to have a conversation, Akpabio will tell you that My brother, me self, I dey try keep my job. Because if I no cooperate, this Tinubu guy get so many people for this Senate wey be say they go remove me. So me cooperating is me that is, is me that is keeping my job, okay? G-Man, I expect you to think, okay, when you ask me some questions that are, you are making me to deviate, and I have over 100 people watching me. You are not the only one watching me, okay? You are not the only one that is watching me. A lot of people are watching me, so I try to balance my attention to everybody. If you say name one politician you think about, who think about development, not power. You are a Nigerian like me now. I've explained to you power-oriented politician, development-oriented politician. Because you are a Nigerian, you can look around and also be able to think that, okay, I think this person is power-oriented. Okay, I think this person is development-oriented. So don't try and divert me. You said bigot, think about Africa. I have to remove yourself. Sorry, you can't watch me again. You are not only diverting me, you have turned into the realm of abuse. Because if you said bigot means hatred, right? Have I preached hatred? If you watch the early part of my broadcast, I praised Tinubu for settling Emirate Air, and I spoke about the merit, the advantage of that. I praised him when I started this broadcast. Okay, and everything that I'm saying now, as a political scientist, what I know about who Tinubu is, if you trace him, I've not abused his mother or father. Is Tinubu a development-oriented politician? No, I've given you the instances. So when you say, please, I have to remove you. Sorry, I'm so sorry you have to miss the knowledge you would have gained on this platform. Bye. Bye-bye. Yeah. Removed. My people, let's stay focused, okay? And Don King Ezekwesiri says that's why he doesn't know what to do in developmental issues in Nigeria. Maybe, all this while that you guys are thinking about price of goods. Tinubu may be thinking about 2027. He may have even planned all his strategy. He may have think about the person he will install in 2031, and if he doesn't fuck up, that person will eventually become the president. That's how power-oriented politicians, that's how they think. They are more about power, not necessarily about development. The development only comes when it is a recipe for them to gain power or to retain power. But in our climb, whereby development is not necessarily for you to retain or regain power, when you can do vote buying, when you can use the INEC to turn off IRF, when you can use the police and political talk to intimidate and harass voters. That means development is not a recipe for you to attain or regain political power. So if you are dealing with a development-oriented politician, definitely, if development is not the recipe for them to gain or hold on to that power, they won't develop anything. So I cannot be giving this kind of important lecture and somebody will be distracting me, will be saying something, If I'm lecturing in a university, do you know how many dollars you pay to come and listen to me, to sit in my class? I'm doing it free. I'm just doing my own. You still come to me. On this platform, we don't abuse. We don't insult. I've not insulted Tinubu. I've not abused. If you go to some other platform, the person will spend all his minutes. Some people will even be abusing your mother and father. And some of you will sit down there. You are watching somebody with your time. The person will curse all your generation. You sit down there. Me, I don't do it here. Because I have a lot of things to say. I'm very resourceful in this thing, so I don't have time to abuse. I have a lot of things to analyze on. So which time do I have to abuse? So yeah, we don't abuse. It's a principle. If you abuse or you show hatred to maybe any of my viewers or any of their comment or even to me, I will remove you. So as much as I want people, there is a standard. And like I usually say, I can't teach morals. I'm not your pastor. I'm not your parent. It is expected that your parent would have taught you some morals. Your pastor or imam would have taught you morals. So it is not within my realm. I'm not that spiritual to be teaching morals. So it's a rule on this platform, because there's no way you come to this platform and not gain one or two knowledge. So if you are coming to gain a knowledge, you must respect other people that are also there to learn. So you can't come and distract us and be sharing hatred or abuse. No, I will remove you, no matter who you are. Even if you are watching me every day, I know that you are my regular viewer. If you abuse people or you show hatred to people, I will remove you instantly. That's my principle. At least platform must stand for something. Nations stand for something. Individuals stand for something too. So, in that kind of instance, if you may blame Akpabio and say, oh, Akpabio, why is it that you are acting like a puppet? Akpabio, you dey fuck up. If you sit down with Akpabio himself will tell you that, my brother, now sin you dey talk of, you know behind the scene. Make I tell you behind the scene. Do you know that Akpabio, I'm just using it as an instance. That's not the case. I'm just using that. Akpabio can tell you that, do you know that, I think it is 109 senators or something, over 100. Akpabio can tell you that out of that 100, do you know that the president has 60 loyal senators that are loyal to him? He can tell you the president has 70 loyal senators. So if he's dealing, if the senators can remove him, and the majority are already the political son or the political grandson of Tinubu, do you want him to lose his job? Anything they bring, I will approve it, because I want to be enjoying the luxury of office. It pays to be number 3 than to be nobody. That's what Akpabio will tell you. Akpabio will tell you that it pays to be number 3 of over 200 million than to be a nobody. So I would, God bless you for liking this video. I can see myself receiving some likes. God bless you. And if you are watching me and you are here to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. Okay, so that we can always politic together. God bless you. I can see some people liking this video. Thanks for showing love, okay? So Akpabio can tell you that, oh, see, I can't say because I want to. In fact, I don't have the capacity to go against this man. If I go against this man, I will lose my job, because this man already has Senate covered. All Ekiti senators, all Southwest senators, 3 times 6, that's 6, 12, 18 senators, all of them, they are his boys. If you go to the north, Kano State, the senators there, even those ones that are in NNPP, they are supporting him. If you go to all these Aba, some of these Labour Party guys, they are his loyalists, Ifeanyi Uba and all that, the late Ifeanyi Uba. He will tell you that if you go to the North Central, the Benue senators, they are all. So in total, Akpabio may tell you that Tinubu has loyalists of about 65 to 70 senators. That he himself, he wished to go against some certain things, but if he dare it, he already has standby loyal boy that he doesn't need to give 1 naira to. They will remove him. I'm not speaking for Akpabio, but as a political scientist, I can tell you some certain things that if you are able to sit down one-on-one with Akpabio will tell you that, see, my brother, it pays to be number 3 than to be a nobody. As I am now, I'm number 3. The budget, if they come to me, and they pass waiting their life, give them. They too, they cut my own for me. If I no do that, they go remove me, they go still have their way. Now, I dey use luxury cars as number 3, DSS, police, they follow me. Okada, if I dey waka, that motorcycle escort, go first, go. They will say, who is passing? Senate President, number 3 citizen. I'm the head of the National Assembly. Say, he pay like that too, because this guy, he don't get loyalist already. That's why you see that an Akpabio that is behaving like this, if he is serving under another president, he may behave differently. So an Akpabio can tell you that, my brother, I don't get any choice. So all those things where you say, we dey pass. No be say I really want to, but because this guy got everywhere covered. So Tinubu already has his boys. And that's why you will see that if he brings the national anthem, without deliberation or anything, it is past prim. He is reaping the benefit of his political investment. Tinubu has been sponsoring people to be senators, to be governors since 1999, 2003. He's a spender. He has been helping people. A lot of emirs are his friends. I told you guys that when Buhari was president, during Salah, the people that Buhari will not remember to give ram to Tinubu, will go and give them cow. He will give some camel. He will give some. So he's a guy that he knows this game. He knows the attitude of Nigerian politicians, their orientation. So he plays along. And that's why you see that he keeps winning. He plays along. I've told you that Tinubu is a gamer. Nigerian politicians are game boys. And that's why you see that somebody like Osinbajo can never win, despite all his intelligence, his vibrancy. Because the people that are to select people at the primary, they are gamers. And Tinubu is a game boy. They know that if Tinubu enters, they go chop, they go belly full. So they are not interested in an Osinbajo that will come and be preaching law, that will come and be preaching moral, that will be philosophizing, that we want to be doing development. Or God, share money, give us what we are supposed to give us. Let's do our thing. And they know that Tinubu is a corporate. So that is why a Tinubu will naturally become a president. And Amechi that came second, Amechi is not a spender. Amechi no fit spend. Tinubu is a spender. And apart from that, Tinubu has invested politically. So most of these guys owe him a debt of gratitude. You know that you get as person go they do for you, you go they look, say, what can I ever do for this person? This person has everything. The day that person will need you, if you are not an engaged, you'll be willing to do anything for that person. That's why most of them were stepping down for Tinubu. So Tinubu has the Senate. He has it covered. That's why anything he wants to sail through, it will sail through. Anything he doesn't want, it doesn't want. And Akpabio will be helpless. So now, having traced the political emergence of Opeyemi Bamidele in the Senate, haven't spoken about the leadership of Akpabio. Now, the return to restoration, the return to regional government was rejected for two things. You see, if you are coming here, please, I beg you in the name of God, if you are coming here, always come prepared, because there's no way you will not learn. Like, it took, I've never gotten scholarship in my life. It took me great effort, years of reading, for me to be able to be dishing these things just free, that it just comes from, as if I'm Davido singing, or I'm Two-Face. Right? And that's why I usually say, when you are coming, don't just come. Come as if you are going to school. You want to go and learn some certain things. And that's why we don't abuse. We teach ourselves. Now, two things. The reason why I brought the aspect of Tinubu being a power-oriented politician, I want to link it now. That's why if you're just listening to me and you are not listening in the true sense of it that you are learning, you are just missing. Now, I want to link it to power-oriented politician, development-oriented politician. Now, the reason why that, I can see some people subscribing. God bless you. If you are watching me and you just subscribe, God bless you. I appreciate it. I'm seeing all of you here. You know, I'm seeing that some people that are watching me for the first time, you know, are really subscribing. I can see it on my device here. And the people that are liking this video, I'm also seeing it as well. God bless you for subscribing, okay? I can't be reading comment and also be reading out the names of subscribers. It will take my attention too much, okay? God bless you for subscribing. And if you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, do well to subscribe to this channel, okay? So that we can always politic. If you watch me twice and you have not gained anything, go and unsubscribe. That's my agreement with you, right? Now, let's continue. I said power-oriented politician, development-oriented politician. Before that, Mumu man was trying to distract me before I removed him, okay? Now, Tinubu as a power-oriented politician, you know, I said regionalism reduces the power at the central. It will reduce the power of the federal government. How do you expect that a bill that promotes regionalism, that will reduce power at the central and give the region more powers, will sail through under a power-oriented president? Are you with me? Are you following me? Do I need to speak in tongues? Do I need to fast and pray before you understand me? Now, you consider everything that I've said, I've linked it now. Tinubu is a power-oriented politician. Some people brought up a view that regionalism will serve us better, which is true. Which is true that Nigeria is better under regionalism. It is true. But you are bringing such a bill under a power-oriented president, not a development-oriented president. And that president has strong control of the Senate. Naturally, that bill, even if there's no Biafra agitation in Nigeria, let's say Igbos are not clamoring for Biafra, there's never been any secession in Nigeria, that bill will naturally never sail through. Because why? You have a power-oriented president. I'll give you 2 more examples. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel. They follow me as I they flow. For instance, it will be difficult to have any meaningful electoral reform under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because you know why? President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a power-oriented guy. Electoral reform will reduce his chance. The more you develop the electoral system, the more you have tackled vote buying, rigging, political talking. For instance, if you establish an electoral court, that if you commit any electoral offense, you should be taken to that court. So if you are a political thug and you bring out Abuja and say, oh, Yashukudi, don't come out and vote if you are not voting for APC, you'll be taken to that court. Tinubu being a power-oriented guy will feel that, no, he get the influence where these talks, all these Msolu Omo, Koko Zaria, JPon, some of all these famous Lagos, talks that most of them are largely under NURTW, that he gets role where they play for election. That they use them shakara our enemies. If not the role of political talks, in a free and fair election, Sanwo-Olu may have lost his re-election. That if they don't intimidate anybody, they leave people to vote. Tinubu may have lost that election. Sanwo-Olu may have lost that election fair and square. So political talks are like a major stakeholder when election comes. They have a role to play to aid the victory of the party. So if you are now taking an action that will punish political thuggery or limit political thuggery, you expect that somebody that is benefiting from it and is a power-oriented man, you naturally know that thing cannot sail through. I've given you an example under political, I'm giving you under electioneering. I've given you the instance of the Senate. Let me give you one more. When Bola Ahmed Tinubu wasn't the president, he was advocating for state police. He was a strong advocate of state police. If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please do well to subscribe to this channel and like this video. Okay? I can see some people are subscribing. God bless you. If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please click the subscribe button, subscribe to this channel so that we can always politic together. Now, the president was an advocate of state police. You think that, okay, this man wants true federalism, that you cannot have a federal system and you have one central police. It's not done. But then, I as a political scientist knows that it's because as leader of opposition and as he has spent most of his life as an opposition, he doesn't have that force power. He doesn't have the power of force. He doesn't command any armed forces. And that thing is, it is limiting him. It is suffering. Now, the president has been there for over 1 year, 4 months. When he came, in order to save his face, he said, oh, state police. Don't you see that anything about state police has died a natural death? It is beyond. Now he is in power. Having state police will reduce his power. State police can never come under Tinubu because as a power-oriented, now state police will increase the level of security. When there is security, there can be greater development. Investors will have more confidence to come into your state. And when policing nears the people, there will be reduction of crime. Reduction of crime itself can be likened to human, personal, business development. That you'll be free to open a shop without fearing that they'll come and boggle that shop. But the president is a power-oriented man. And having state police will naturally reduce his power. And he likes power. in its 100%. He knows what to do with power naturally. That is why I believe that political scientists, sometimes are of superior knowledge. They are like prophets, because so something that you won't see, you are seeing, but at the same time you are not seeing. A good political scientist would have seen it ahead. He would have seen it. He would have known where it will end. So I know that, as at that time, I told some of my friends that this man is advocating for state police because he needs it to be able to make some moves. But if Tinubu wins this presidential election, you cannot have the state police that he has always been clamoring for. And I still put my bet on it that from now to 2027, you cannot have state police in Nigeria. Because why? The president has been identified as a power-oriented politician, and having state police will reduce his powers. You cannot expect a power-oriented politician to support, to initiate, or take an action that will reduce his powers. And that's why I said that when the president decides that he wants to go to the Supreme Court for local government autonomy, you may see him as, a true federalist. But then, you've forgotten that governors in Nigeria are the one who determines who will be president. So if there is local government autonomy, you have demystified the powers of those governors. Are you following me? Do I need to fast and pray? Do I need to speak in tongues? Do I need to lay my hands on your head before you understand me? So that local government autonomy was a way of indirectly increasing his powers. For instance, if you want Rivers State and the local government are autonomous, and Rivers State government is not supporting him, if Rivers has 20 local government, for example, if Tinubu is able to corner 10 out of those local government chairman, and during election they work for him, it's okay in Rivers State. That's consolatory. He already knows that in APC state they will naturally work for him. So that local government autonomy, you may see it from the angle of development, from true federalists, but I know that as a power-oriented guy, I will see it from what his political trajectory, what his political body language has been saying over time before now. That's what I will look at first, because that is who he is. So I see it as more from the power angle than from the federalist or the developmental angle. And I said that if you advocate for local government autonomy, but you are the one that established local council development areas, so it means that your state that you are the godfather in, that will first breach that law, because you have to pay Lagos State for 20 local government, and Lagos State has, I think, 47 or 57, because Tinubu created LCDA that created a problem between him and Obasanjo, but he didn't reverse those LCDAs. How will those LCDAs fund themselves? That means that if the local government, the 20 local government are receiving their allocation, they will naturally have to submit it to a purse, whereby they will now share it for all the local government and LCDAs, which is in itself, in violation of the judgment of the Supreme Court. Are you with me at all? Are you flowing with me? Are you flowing with me at all? Which is in itself a violation of the Supreme Court judgment. So you that initiated the establishment of LCDAs, you are now the president. You are the one that went to the Supreme Court to get a judgment that favors local government autonomy, not minding how the LCDAs you created in Lagos State, about 30-something or 20-something of them, how they will be funded. How will they be funded? It is still the money of 20 local government that they will still share, and you will be aware of it as the political godfather in Lagos State, and you will support it. That means you that initiated it, you are in violation of the Constitution. And you cannot unilaterally create local government, because you need the National Assembly. And if you say that, give me more local government, Akpabio, Senate, House of Reps, give me more local government, it will be a tit for tat. It will be a quid pro quo kind of thing. It will be a give me, I give you. It will be a scratch my back, I scratch your back kind of thing. In other words, Akpabio too may want to use that opportunity to get like 5 or 6 more local government in Akwa Ibom State. So before you know it, every state will want more local government. Ganduje, we want more local government for Kano as the party chairman. Akpabio, we want more local government for Akwa Ibom State. You understand? So it will now be a free-for-all kind of thing. Because if they scratch your back, you too have to scratch their back. Quid pro quo. Give me, I give you. You do me, I do you. If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. You see why I don't tolerate abuse on this platform? Because when we are Polithinkers, I can see people subscribing. God bless you guys, you know. I see you here. I can see people subscribing. God bless you. That's why when we are Polithinkers, it's a serious lecture. It's a political master class. That's why when we start abusing each other, we'll be distracted. You understand? I cannot tolerate abuse and create distraction because he did. If he didn't day, he didn't day, but he did. So if you're opportune to be on my channel, I'm happy to have you. You learn. Not the hard way like this boy VDM. No. You learn intellectually. We don't abuse. I've not abused the president. I've not abused anybody. We are just learning. That political education is lacking in Nigeria. If all Nigerians are politically educated, maybe some things will not be happening. You go and sell your vote for 10,000 naira in Edo. You sell it to PDP, APC. That's an equivalent of maybe 3 naira per day. Eh? God forbid. So, as I'm saying, the president, that local government something is more from the power side. So that when election is coming, you governors, you will not be able to twist me the way you used to twist past presidents, the way you twist Obasanjo, the way you twist Jonathan, the way you twist Yaradua did not contest as president. Okay, the way you twist Buhari, you cannot twist me. So if local government autonomy, if it sails through, if you want to twist me, if I lobby the local government are the one that even made you governor. So if I'm able to lobby those local government, I'll go and sit down. You are no longer super relevant. Power-oriented politician. So first, the bill for return to regionalism can never sail through, even if there's no agitation for Biafra. If there's no Nnamdi Kanu, there's no Simon Ekpa, there has never been any Odumegwu Ojukwu, there's never been any plan for people to secede in Nigeria. If you bring such a bill during the Tinubu presidency, it will not sail through. Despite the fact that it can bring development. Why? Because the man that owns the stick, that owns the carrot and the stick, is a power-oriented guy. He will not do anything that will reduce his powers. No. It's all addition, no subtraction. You can only tell him what will give him more power. But when you bring something that will reduce his power, you will naturally meet strong resistance. Don't take my word for it. Research about power-oriented politicians. You understand? There are examples of them that you can research on. And just be studying or think back and think, oh, is Dr. Deji right? You see that, oh, what I'm saying is absolutely right. You guys have dropped comment. Oh, I didn't know my something was up before. You know, I will soon take your comment. Lot of comment. You know. Obikisi says we don't need you don't need to pray. We are getting you. You know, yes, well then God bless you. Blessing Deba, you don't return today again. No? You were with me yesterday. You know. God bless you. He says I agree with you. God bless you. There's blessing. I'll soon read the comment. Joel, I see you. Joshua Elao, you know. Quite a number of you guys, you know. So it's because the president is a power-oriented guy and he has strong control over Akpabio, which Akpabio itself, we have to obey whether he likes it or not. And also, the president is the political godfather, grandfather, great-grandfather to some people that are senators there. Is it an Oshiomhole that will take an action against Tinubu? Is it a Monday Okpebolo, who is a senator, the governor-elect? Name it. Is it Benga Daniel? Is it Benga Daniel? Name it. Even across political divide, Tinubu has friends. Some people that you don't know that they are in Tinubu's camp. They are even in Tinubu's camp. I was surprised when Ali Ndume appeared on Arise News. And he was telling Ruben Abati to his face that people know you as PDP, but you and I know that you are a Tinubu boy. Because earlier in the days, you were close to Tinubu. But people know you as PDP, so it will be better for you to come back to the Tinubu camp. I was shocked. I've never seen a trace of Ruben Abati in maybe APC, ACN, AD. Not knowing that there's a connection between him and Tinubu. I was shocked. This man, Ali Ndume, said it on Arise TV. I was shocked. So even across political divide, Tinubu has loyalists that you don't know that they are his loyalists, that he has built a relationship with them, but these guys are in PDP. But he has built a relationship with them over the year that they can naturally not take a decision against him. If you are watching me and you are here to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. When you subscribe, I'll see it here. If you are watching me and you are here to subscribe, please click the subscribe button, subscribe to this channel. Let's develop this community. It's a great community. So that is one. Based on power, even if Biafra never existed. Now, the second one is you want a region. When the region is strengthened, Tinubu has just used 1 year, less than 1.5 years. If the Southeast is strengthened and can truly have Biafra, so you want a situation whereby Biafra will be possible and Nigeria will split during his own time when he has labored over these years to achieve his lifelong ambition. He would rather not give a room for the risk than to now bite his finger. You don't understand? He would rather not take the risk that, oh, if these people now, if they're in control of their resources, maybe we no risk and this thing, if it go happen true, it won't happen for my own time. Maybe say I still get over 6 years to use. If we implement that regionalism, before me, maybe I don't think of who go succeed me. I don't know who I want in store as my successor. Now one gonna say now go split. Split what? No. No. You no good, you no go jail. So naturally, it will not sail through. So when you see an Opeyemi Bamidele that comes and say it will bring Biafra, look beyond Opeyemi Bamidele. He is speaking based on the interest of his political camp, the Tinubu camp, that Buhari camp have had their own. They've enjoyed Nigeria. Obasanjo camp boys enjoyed Nigeria. Jonathan boys enjoyed Nigeria. Now it is the time of Tinubu boys, which he happens to be one of the strong people in the Tinubu camp. Now want to bring regionalism that will reduce the power in the presidency and will not make them to enjoy Nigeria the way the boys of other presidents have enjoyed it. Now they deceive themselves. It no go happen. Let us too, the Tinubu boys, let us enjoy Nigeria. It is our time, our local. After we've enjoyed it, maybe later now you guys can bring regionalism. But now, which regionalism? No, we are in charge. It is only one force, Nigerian police force, which is under our sole control, and so it will remain. The DSS remains under our sole control, so it will remain. It is our time. Let us enjoy it. Don't bring anything, except you are bringing something that will strengthen our nest. You know how we can buy over Benin Republic and add it to Nigeria, so that we can be ruling over Benin Republic. Then it's okay. You know. Akua Titilola Alao says, I disagree with your analysis. Which part did you disagree? I like when people disagree with me. That's one thing on my platform. If you disagree with me, you are welcome. But make sure that your submission will be very solid, okay? Make sure that you are not just disagreeing out of malice. I'm looking forward to your comment. Akwa Titulola Lao, which part did you disagree with? Which statement, which assertion did you disagree with? So that I can speak further on it. And if you disagree further, I will give you the line to call on WhatsApp. Call. Let us hear you. That's me for you. If you say, for instance, if you say Tinubu is not a power-oriented politician, I have given you the analysis. I have traced it from his political something since early 90s when he was a senator. If you say, no, I disagree, Tinubu is a development-oriented politician, let me give you the WhatsApp line. Let everybody hear you. Then people will now be the judge and say, oh, no, Titi, you are not right. No, Deji is right. Deji is true. Titi has a point. No, Deji, you are not right. You are not right. Titi is right. This is an educative platform. I don't like anybody. I don't hate anybody. I don't abuse. We analyze. We learn from each other. So if you disagree, it's okay. But I'm waiting. Don't just run away and say you disagree and run away. I feel remove you. You understand? Because you would have created unnecessary distraction. But if you disagree, tell me where you disagree. Let us hear you. That's what is called polythinking. We are thinking together. You know? So I can even give you the line to call so that you can submit your argument fast. If you are typing, it will be slow. I will call the WhatsApp number for you. When you call me now, you will be live. Everybody is hearing me. Everybody will be hearing you too. It makes the program interesting, right? It makes it entertaining. It makes it relaxing, right? It increases the intelligence of people. So I don't just analyze and I'll say, no, some platform that when you disagree, you know, they'll be abusing you. No, you are free to disagree, but I'm waiting. I'm still waiting. Where did you disagree? Which part? How did you disagree? And what is your own point? Would you like to call in? Let me give you the number. Come and speak to us. You know? Come and speak to us. You know? So, Olu David says your statement is biased and one-sided reasoning. Okay. Why did you retract it? I've seen it before you retract it. Some of you, let me tell you the problem with Nigerians. Let me tell you the problem that I've noticed as a Nigerian. In Nigeria, there is, they believe there are two sides, opposition and supporting. So if you are not speaking in support, that means you must be an opposition, you must be opposing. They don't believe that there's a third one called voice of reasoning. You can speak and you are saying the truth, you are being objective. But because you didn't join while I was praising the president for what he did to make sure that Emirate Air returned to Nigeria, that was what I started with. You can go back to the beginning of this video, and I was praising him that he did well. At least it will broaden the market. It will make the market more perfectly competitive. Then after that, I went to the benefit of Nigeria having its own airline. I went to the stress Nigerians go through in terms of baggage loss, and I said all airlines will first of all take you back to their country. I even used Dangote that if not for oil, the next thing that can be very profitable is if Dangote goes into airline business, because Nigerians travel a lot and liaise with government to use Nigerian name as the national carrier. But some people are so, I don't know whether it is ignorance, and you know, if it is Sheyi now, I'll be like, okay, it's okay, he's the son of the president, it is his father. But some people are so terrible that you cannot say something, and it's not only like supporters of Tinubu, right? If you are speaking against Peter Obi, the same thing. Nigerians don't have that complex information processing mechanism to be able to process information and bury that their first interest, to learn, to listen to you logically. So if they are a member of APC or they are working under Tinubu or their brother has gotten an appointment, if they tune into your channel and you are not praising Tinubu, you are not saying, oh, Tinubu is the best, Tinubu is this, oh, Tinubu is a great guy, they will just hate you. But if they tune in, when you are saying, oh, Tinubu, you've done well by bringing in Emirate Airline, and that is good, repatriation of funds and all that, they will like you because what you are saying suit their interest. But immediately you now deviate, you that you've praised Tinubu, if you are now bringing out objectively, you are now doing your work as a political scientist to say these things, instantly they will go against you. That's why I said I'm the political scientist that you cannot like or hate, because today I've praised Tinubu. Today I've not abused Tinubu. I've brought out some facts that may not sit with you, but if you go back and play this tape and you sit down, you begin to reason well, you see that this guy is saying the truth. I don't hate anybody. I don't like anybody. You know. I'm still waiting to hear from Titi. I'm seeing the comment for the first time. Okay. So I'm waiting to see where you disagree with. You understand? So feel free to come up, you know. And if you want the phone number, I will tell you, so that you even ease me. You know, you will have some time to speak. I will use it to rest. So you come and teach us too. Let us learn from you. Or are you stingy with knowledge? Or are you not a proud Tinubu supporter? Yeah? Or you are no longer proud of Tinubu again? Or you have changed your mind and said, I don't have strong point to, but I just want to mark attendance. You know, is that the case? Because I'm still waiting for you. My sister, Akwa Titilola Lao. If you're still watching me, shout out to you. I love everybody. I love you too. Everybody. You know. But let us, like, sharpening our reasoning. If we sharpen our reasoning, we will understand why some things happen. It's not so that we can denigrate anybody. No. We are trying to understand why some things happen. Right? So some of you will say, oh, Senate, this, that, this. I told you that Akpabio, even if you go and play this video for Akpabio, do you know if you go and play my video for Akpabio, Akpabio may say, where did you find this guy? This guy is like a prophet. See how he's saying what is happening to me. I don't know there's anybody in this life that can understand what I'm passing through. Who is this Deji? Who is he? See what this guy is saying. This is exactly what I'm facing. But how do I tell Nigerians? You know? And you'll be like, is this guy a prophet? And they'll say, oh, he's a political scientist. This is his prophet. We'll say, oh, no, this guy is good. This guy is good. I still say it with evidence and fact. And I'm ready to go into a debate with anybody that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, with profound respect, is a power-oriented politician, not a development-oriented politician. It's something that I can defend. That if you go into a debate with me now, we go. So that's why I'm waiting for this. My sister's comment. You know, this allow. I'm eagerly waiting for it so that I can give her the phone number. Oh yeah, call. Come and speak. After you speak, I will interrupt you. I will speak. You still be on the line. Then you too will speak. You know, people will enjoy it a lot, right? Are you guys not looking forward to such a thing? You want only me to be speaking? You know, it's not only me that will speak now. That's why I said when I opened this channel that if I speak and you feel that I've spoken against your political interest, tell me in the comment section that no, I disagree with you. I want to come and speak. I will open the line for you. I don't hate anybody. I don't like anybody. If you think that I've spoken against Tinubu now, write it in the comment section. I know I want to speak against what you said. Bring forward your argument. If it's strong, I will applaud you. I will shake you. If there are some lapses, we'll debate over it. Then we say the grace, everybody will go and sleep. That's how it is. You know? So, either which way, Biafra or regionalism, rather, will not have seen the light of the day. But another thing we need to ask ourselves is, if there is regionalism, can regionalism truly bring Biafra? Can regionalism? Those are some of the intelligent questions I expect some people to have been asking me. that, okay, if regionalism was even allowed, can it bring Biafra? That's an intelligent question, right? Now, regionalism, you can, for the sake of, to strengthen our politics, to make sure that good people emerge and occupy political office. One of the ways we can strengthen our politics is allow people to manage and control their resources. You see that some of the people that are governors that don't have thinking cap, they would never be governor. So if you practice regionalism and some of these regions are in control of their resources and they are paying tax and they are remitting some amount of profit to the federal government, you will see that those regions will be governed by reasonable leaders. But we practice a democracy, a flawed democracy, a parasite democracy, a non-intelligent democracy in such a way that any ragtag, any scallywag, any street urchin, any political ragtag ragamuffin can say, I want to become a governor. And he will be beating his chest that I want to become a governor. Because why? He doesn't need any major intelligence to be a governor. He will go to Abuja and collect free money. He will use it to pay salary. So that regionalism could have increased the development of, or would have better our leadership recruitment process. And that leadership recruitment process, Nigeria needs it badly. Because if our leadership recruitment is so strong, you won't have a governor that the state will sign an agreement. This Zongshan, Ogun State something. You say because you are a governor, you don't like their face. You say, oh yeah, go and arrest them. You just send them away like that. Did you study the agreement? You know? Did you study the agreement? So we need a lot of more intelligent people in government. Aqua Titilola, okay, I've seen your comment. You said we shouldn't think about ourselves. We should think about the future of the people coming after us. I'm tired of Nigerians. How does this relate with you disagreeing with me? My people that are watching me, I don't know if you can comment on this. I'm speaking about Senate cancelled bill. They rejected a bill of regionalism. And one of the major reasons was because the Senate leader, Okoyemi Bamidele, said, going back to regionalism, we hasten the restoration of Biafra. That's what I'm speaking about. You brought a comment. You said you disagree with my analysis. I said, okay, bring forward your point as regards the topic. Maybe it's because I said Tinubu is a power-oriented politician. Bring forward your point. Let me hear it. You can also call in. When you will drop comment, you say we shouldn't think about ourselves. Are we politicians? We should think about the future of the people coming after us. Are we politicians? This message should be sent to Tinubu, should be sent to Akpabio, should be sent to Sanwo-Olu, should be sent to Dapo Abiodun, should be sent to Peter Obi, should be sent to Atiku. I don't understand Nigerians. When you drop that comment now, somebody will think maybe you have any. See, you're on a professional platform. I take, my political master class. When I'm teaching people, I take it seriously. Okay, you said another comment. Let me read it now. You said, Bat can make it happen. You see what I'm saying, my people, that Titi Lola is obviously a Tinubu supporter. As at when I was speaking, and I was saying he's a power-oriented guy. Maybe that was when she joined. The thing has already pinched her thinking I'm against Tinubu. How am I against Tinubu? You understand? Now, he said Bat can make it happen. That means he believes in Tinubu, right? She also said regionalism is what we want. Bamidele made a mistake. I don't think Tinubu sent Bamidele. No, that's why I disagree with you. Okay, now, let's make this forum interesting. You understand? We don't abuse. We learn from each other. Aqua Titilola, would you like me to call the WhatsApp number for you to come and present your argument so that if we are waiting for your comment, it will be slow. I have given you my analysis, how I feel that, okay, this is how this thing is. That based on the power orientation of Tinubu, you cannot have anything that will reduce his powers. But you are saying regionalism is what we want, right? Maybe you belong to the Tinubu camp because you are Yoruba, I am Yoruba, right? So you cannot say it's what we people in the southwest want. No, that would be like you have generalized. No, there are some people that want Nigeria to even split. Some people are clamoring for Yoruba nation. So you cannot say it's what we want. You can say, okay, it's what, maybe you should have with the Tinubu camp or with the APC or something. I think it would have made more sense that way first. Then you said Bamidele made a mistake. Do you know that any bill that comes to the National Assembly, before they go to the floor, there's usually caucus meeting? Do you know that? Titi, do you know that there's something like that? That there's caucus meeting, that before they get on the floor, the Senate as it is, there are so many caucus. We have the Tinubu boys. We have the APC Senators Forum. We have different caucus that they would have discussed among themselves, that they hold regular meeting that, okay, this regionalism bill, what should we do about it? They would have agreed. When they go to the floor of the Senate, everybody will be towing that line, to quash that bill. Do you know that that kind of thing exists in a democracy to start with? Because Okoyemi Bamidele cannot make a mistake on a bill like regionalism. No, there's no mistake in quashing a bill in a legislature like Nigeria. No, there's no bill. They already know before they come to the floor that they will crush that bill, and this is the lyrics that they will use to quash that bill. Don't take my word for it. If you are close to people in political circle, ask them. Said, a political scientist told me a lie. That do you guys usually have caucus meeting? Is there any forum meeting before you guys usually speak to it, that you guys would have spoken about it before you even come to the floor? Go and bust my lie. If you are close to any politician in the National Assembly, don't take my word for it. Ask. Do some research. If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please do well to subscribe to this channel. So Titi, shout out to you though. I thought you were bringing a very solid, strong point. I don't know, but well, shout out to you, Titi. Just know that, yeah, we don't hate anybody, okay? We just speak about politics and our place in the politics. So if you subscribe to my channel, you are listening to me every time, you try and get the perspective of this platform, okay? I speak against anybody, I support anybody. You understand? That's why I'm the political scientist you cannot hate, and the political scientist you cannot like. Okay? So that is it. So regionalism, can it bring about the restoration of Biafra? That, okay, if we say we want to develop our leadership recruitment process, we want intelligent people in government, and we think regionalism will help, so that if you know that you don't have the intellectual rigor, the skills, you will not apply for public office because you know you have to earn to pay salary. So regionalism will help us. If we decide that and we want to go through that route, is Biafra an issue? That's a major question. And I'll tell you that even with regionalism, it will be difficult to have a Biafra. I will explain. With regionalism, it will be difficult to have a Biafra. The reason is because what you need to secede is mainly force. When the country you are in is not willing to let you go, just like Malaysia allowed sorry, just a moment. Just as Malaysia allowed Singapore to secede, right? If you are operating in a country that they are not willing to let you go, What you need is force. The truth is, do you know we can practice regionalism and we still have a central police, a central military, which it will now be like the power of 5 against 1. For instance, if you now want to achieve Biafra because you have regionalism, that your army, even if the people in the army, in the police, they resign and join the Biafran side, it is still the ratio of 5-1. If the South still wants to be part of Nigeria, the Southwest, Northeast, Northwest, North Central, Southeast is only 1. So that means that you are facing the power of ratio, the power of 5. You cannot succeed. It will be difficult for Biafra to be achieved. If the ratio is still 5-1, except if Yoruba people have decided that we also want Yoruba nation. The people in the South have decided that, oh, we want a country called maybe Ijo nation. Maybe they want Ijo nation. And because they want Ijo nation, it has now become 3 regions want to secede. They have a common interest. And you are now facing a weak Nigeria, which now has, like, instead of 6, it is now 3-3. And you now face Nigeria, you can succeed. But if it is Biafra alone that is agitating the way the agitation is still going on, even if you go to regionalism, the call for Biafra will still not succeed, because you are advocating for, you are seceding not based on dialogue, because the country is not willing to allow you go, just as Malaysia allowed Singapore to go. So if in a secession movement, the country you are in is not willing to let you go, then you can only go by force. And so far as that ratio of force is still 5-1, you cannot succeed. So if politicians are about development, they would have looked at it arithmetically that regionalism will help us. It will develop us. Let's go for regionalism. Biafra, even with regionalism, that Biafra cannot succeed. Okay, let's go for regionalism so that everywhere can be developed. But the problem is either Nigerian politicians, is either they don't have that level of intellectualism or intelligence. So once they look and they see that this thing, there's like a comma, they will just cancel everything and say no. Even if that comma will not lead to a full stop. If they see a comma and they see that this comma will not lead, or maybe they don't have the eyes to see, or they don't have the intelligence to see, or they don't have a reason to see that this comma cannot lead to full stop. If you are watching me for the first time, do well to subscribe to this channel. As soon as they subscribe, I see and yeah. If you are watching me for the first time, do well to subscribe to this channel so that we can always polythink together. This is Polythink with Dr. Omoshola Deji. Dr. Omoshola Deji is a political scientist with a PhD in political science. So this is where we polythink. Here we discuss about politics and happenings in the politics. So if you are watching me for the first time, do well to subscribe, because tomorrow YouTube may not recommend my video to you. And I'm sure you will definitely want to watch me again, because today, if you have been watching me for a while, you would have gained something. And if you have not, if you are just joining me, go back and rewatch this video or any of my videos. I'm sure you will gain something. And if you watch my video and you watch 2 of my videos and you feel you have not gained anything, unsubscribe, go. I usually say it to people. I usually say, if you've not gained anything, just unsubscribe, go. Because I know there's no way you won't gain something. Because this is my thing. If you take me to engineering, I will fail. If you bring cloth and say, Deji, Oya, come and sweat, I will fail. But this thing, to the glory of God, if he didn't day, he didn't day. So I'm surprised that the Senate had to quash a bill based on the fear of Biafra. The truth is, even if you don't allow Biafra. So far there is injustice. So far there is inequity. So far there is no rule of law. Biafra will eventually happen, or Biafra will always be a problem to Nigeria. The clamor will always be there. And so long as the clamor subsists, one day it may happen. It may happen. Because one of the ways Biafra can happen is, let us reason, let us polythink. If you are watching me, please subscribe to this channel. Let us take this analysis to another level. Let's take it to another realm. If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. Now, let's look at it from this. Naturally, it will be very difficult for an Igbo man to emerge as president, because there's this understanding, there's this wicked alliance, there's this unholy alliance, there's this hatred that you can't explain. There is this, intentional denial of the Igbo race. I won't say because I'm Yoruba. It is an alignment between the Yoruba and Hausa Fulanis that now we have to be rotating it between ourselves. Don't pass the ball to Igbo. If I pass it to you, pass it back to me. Let us be doing 1-2, tap tap, And if you look at it, since the Civil War, that's how it has always been. Tap tap. Yoruba, Hausa Fulani. Yoruba, Hausa Fulani. Yoruba, Hausa Fulani. They are just passing the ball amongst themselves. So we can say that there's an unwritten agreement. See that Buhari used 8 years. Oshibajo was his deputy. Jonathan left there. Naturally, for equity, they should have given Igbos. But Hausa Fulani, they played the ball, tap tap, they gave it to Yoruba. If Yoruba lives there now, he will also play the ball, tap tap, he will give it to Hausa Fulani. That's how they have been doing. But can an Igbo president emerge? Let's go into another realm of analysis. If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. After this explanation, I will go. We'll call it a day. Can an Igbo presidency emerge? You may not see the light. You may not see the possibility based on the way Hausa Yoruba are tapping the ball amongst themselves. But it can happen. Igbo presidency can happen. Just that. It will happen unintentionally through what I will call an accidental precedent. For instance, it will be difficult for an Ijaw man to naturally say he wants to contest for president because they are in the minority and win. But when they use the Jonathan presidency to pacify Ijaw people, Igbo presidency or Igbo vice presidency would have emerged if the resources in the Niger Delta, that Nigeria operates a monoproduct economy dependent on oil, if the resources in the Niger Delta is found in Igbo land, the resources that is in the Niger Delta, that oil, if it is found in Igbo land, they would have compensated the Igbos, because Nigeria will need that their oil money to survive, to run the country. That's why they compensated the Niger Delta. Now, Igbo vice presidency is not emerging, and Igbo now is like the distant deputy speaker. There's president, there's vice president, senate president, deputy senate president, speaker, deputy speaker, long. That's what the Igbo have. That guy, Benjamin Kalu, or what's his name? So if the ticket of Atiku and Peter Obi, if it has sailed through, that Atiku had emerged, we can have an accidental precedent. In the sense that if Atiku go by like Yaradua, automatically, whether anybody likes it or not, they will swear in Peter Obi. Direct. So the God of the Igbos, if there's an Igbo vice president, if you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel so that we can always politic together. The God of the Igbos may just favor may just kill Atiku, and immediately Obi will become president, accidental president. Igbo presidents can also emerge through loyalty in such a way that Atiku served under Obi. Atiku finished his tenure, and Obi was such a great guy that he has developed so much interest in it. They have seen that Obi cannot actualize Biafra. It's a detribalized Nigeria. It's just an Igbo. And Atiku feels secure with Obi, and he installed Obi. Just as Obasanjo was living and he installed Yaradua. If Tinubu used 8 years, he may have also been able to successfully install another stooge that he believes in. That can produce an Igbo presidency. But intentional passing of ball, I don't see it happening, because when Yorubas are in hold of power, the Hausa Fulani are already hungry. They are already roaring like an hungry lion. If you are watching me, please subscribe to this channel. The Hausa Fulani are already roaring. If Hausa Fulani is in power, Yoruba people are already hungry. They can't wait for them to release that power, like they are already in haste. Immediately Hausa Fulani is about to, Yoruba people are ready to grab it instantly. So it will be difficult for that consensus, because Igbo does not have something that Nigeria needs, that if Nigeria doesn't have it, Nigeria cannot survive, which is oil. Else, they would have found something to compensate Igbos. If the oil in Niger Delta is in Igbo land, they would have found something to compensate Igbos. If Igbos are saying no, we no go agree. But because the oil is not in Igbo land, so what will Igbo people use to trade to force Nigeria to submission? Nothing. Because oil is something that we use majorly. You know? If you are watching me, please subscribe to this channel. You know? As soon as they subscribe, they see and hear. You know? So please subscribe to this channel, and if you have subscribed, please like this video. You can also do both, subscribe and like this video. So what will Igbo use to negotiate? What you can use to negotiate is this oil. Nigeria no dey wan hear say anything do that oil, because they won't have money to pay civil servant. They won't have money to go and buy all this jeep that they are buying in the House of Assembly. So they don't joke with that oil money. They don't joke with it. So if you don't have the oil, what will you use to negotiate? And there cannot be intentional passing of ball. You know? Bosse Adebayo, that's Lady B, you know, watching me from UK, says, but the Yorubas are clamoring for Yoruba nations too. My sister, the Yorubas that are clamoring, thank God you are a Yoruba woman, the Yorubas that are clamoring for Yoruba nation are the voiceless Yorubas. The Yorubas, the real Yorubas, they are not clamoring for any Yoruba nation. Even all these Obas, all these political class, whether APC, PDP, or Labour Party, they are not clamoring for any Yorubas, for any Yoruba nation. They would have joined that clamor if Buhari had handed over to this guy, former Senate President, Ahmed Lawan. If Buhari has handed over to Ahmed Lawan, then the political class would naturally join the call for Yoruba nation. In fact, I can tell you for free that it may be the Yorubas that orchestrated the DSS invasion of Sunday Igboho's house, because they see his clamor as a threat that Hausa Fulani will no longer feel secure to hand over power to us. Omode Ife Bashe Jemen. What do you mean that you are clamoring for Yoruba nation? These guys will not want to trust us with power. So it may even be Yoruba politicians, maybe the Tinubu boys and co, that even orchestrated the invasion of Sunday Igboho's house to strengthen Yoruba's chance of taking over power from Buhari. So the voiceful Yorubas are not in favor of Yoruba nation. It is the voiceless Yorubas that are in favor of Yoruba nation. And now that Tinubu is now in charge, so if you are calling for Yoruba nation, that means You are a very ethnic person, right? And if you're a very ethnic person, now your man is in power. Yoruba man is in power, regardless of how he's performing. Because the Yoruba man is in power, that has already suit your ethnic favoritism. That has already suited. So naturally, you won't be calling for Yoruba nation. I can see a lot of people subscribing. God bless you. You know, God bless you for subscribing. I see you. And if you are watching me, you are here to subscribe to this channel, do well to subscribe to this channel. If you don't understand what this channel is about, you can read my profile in the YouTube about section, or you may have heard me talk about it. It's about politics and happenings in the polity. This is a bipartisan platform. So whether you're IPC, PDP, Labour, you know, they say ZLP, SDP, come, we learn from each other. Okay? So the real Yorubas, the Yorubas, the Yoruba that are clamoring are those that are agitated based on the perceived Hausa Fulani dominance, invasion, herdsmen. Igbo started it because Hausa Fulani were penetrating into the southwest, and they were kind of like killing our people, eating their crops, you know, maiming people, raping wives, invading some community, bringing that Usman and Fodio orientation that they can acquire a territory. That was what bet it. Now, a Tinubu is there. So if you are very ethnic and want to, it's just like now. Do you know how to kill the call for Biafra? How to make it die a natural death? Biafrans have been suffering under Nigeria. You now have a Peter Obi as president. You are now calling for Biafra. Igbos will stone you. That now that we have the power, we've been under you guys. Now you guys are under us. No, we don't want Biafra again. No, let this Igbo man, let him use his 8 years. Let him continue. Let us to enjoy Nigeria. Let us enjoy our power over Nigeria. So one of the best way to kill this agitation, to make the advocacy of Nnamdi Kanu useless, to make Igbos not want to listen to Simon Ekpa, is just give Igbo man power, even if it's just one time. Just say, okay, come. Who do you want? Oh, we don't trust Obi. He speaks too much English. You'll be saying consumption to production. No, he's too stingy. Who's Odima? You are Igbo Abi. Come. You are a game boy. We are gamers. Come. This Uzodima is too yellow for our likeness. His skin is too light. Okorocha. Rochas Okorocha. Come. Oh yeah, take this presidency. Stay there 4 years. You will see that the call for Biafra will naturally die. It will just be done. Because at that time, when you say Biafra, they go want to stone you. Then if an Igbo man now leaves the presidency after 8 years, if you say Biafra, Igbos will tell you that no, they've supported us. Let us reward them. That during our presidency, under Rochas Okorocha, under Peter Obi, under Uzodima, that Yoruba support us. Yorubas were very Hausa really support us. That let us support them too. You further kill the agitation for Biafra. And I've said it that the reason why Igbo presidency is difficult to achieve is Nigeria stands on 3 tripods. Don't take my word for it. Do this research. Don't take my word for it, or do this research. Nigeria have over 250 ethnic groups, over 200 ethnic groups, maybe 236 or 256, one of the two. And that ethnic group that Nigeria has, if you want to become president under a democracy, you need it has to be 3/0 or 2/1. Child. If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe to this channel, you are missing. And I don't want to miss you. That's why I usually tell you to subscribe to this channel, because I want to branch into something now. It has to be 3/0 or 2/1. And I'll give you an instance of 3/0 and 2/1. You know, I won't speak without giving you instance. And I'll break it down in such a way that you don't need to have a BSc, PhD, professor of police. No, you understand what I'm saying. You know, God bless the people subscribing. I'm seeing your subscription, and God bless you. I appreciate you. You know, the only major rule on this platform is we don't abuse people. Okay, we learn from each other. Now, 3/0 or 2/1. I'm talking of Hausa, Yoruba, Fulani. For you to be president in Nigeria, you need to have 3/0 or 2/1. Let me give you the examples. 3/0, Abiola election. Igbos voted for him. Yoruba voted for him. Hausa, Fulani voted for him. Abiola had 3/0. It's very rare. 3/0. Now, if you cannot have 3/0 and you want to emerge president, you must have at least 2/1. And that 2, the north must be included. Though. You know, they marry early, they have population, and in the north, in the south, if you go to church and the church say, go and vote for Tinubu, some of you are very stubborn. You say, what's pastor saying? Vote which Tinubu? That Tinubu. No, I'm not voting. No. I'm not voting. No. People in the south, they are like that. But in the north, if your sheikh, white preacher, and he say, vote Tinubu, vote Tinubu, you have boosted Tinubu political career. All of them, sheikh have spoken, emir have spoken, imam have spoken. They will go and vote straight. They are going there straight to vote Tinubu. And if that's why Tinubu can never afford to offend all these imam, emir in the north. They're not born and where I'm saying it. Go and play my tape to Tinubu that one political scientist said, I dare him to see that Northern Alliance that they are already making, that gang up. Tinubu will already be shaking. Because if you want the alliance, you must have the north to make it 2. For instance, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, Peter Obi gained massive vote in the south. If he had gained massive vote in the north, if they give him blood vote, blind vote, he would have become president. Straight. If you are a Yoruba man, you go for that north. And that's why you see that when north, see, let me break this thing down for you a little bit more. When north want to grab power, you see that they usually try to track one south, whether southwest or southeast, Yoruba or Igbos. For instance, Buhari's time, it was Hausa Fulani in connivance with Yoruba, the Tinubu bloc, the southwest. He became president. Which other person can I use? You know? Jonathan, when he was president and he wanted to contest again, you see that he was literally worshiping the north. He was giving them series of mouth-watering appointments. I think some of us that are mature then, during this, Jonathan, somebody like Lady B, Bosse Adebayo, can attest to this thing. That Jonathan was literally worshiping the north so that they can feel comfortable with him. Yet, they decide to go with Buhari. If the north had massively gone with Jonathan, he would have won now. If they had not gone with Buhari, he would have won. So it has to be 2/1. But in that 2, north must be a factor. Don't take my word for it. You are Nigerians. I'm not speaking political theory. Do your research. Just look around and say, this thing that Deji is saying, is it true? Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? Yeah, it's true. It's true. Deji, yeah, great guy. No, it's a lie. No, it's not correct. Come forward. Give me your argument. I won't abuse you. In fact, I'll give you a phone line to call. I want to learn from you too. You know? It's not easy to be talking. for hours. So it has to be 2/1 with the North as a factor, because block vote usually comes from there. If you are watching me for the first time and you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. I can see some people subscribing. You guys have been phenomenal today. It's been a very wonderful broadcast. So I'm trying to call it a wrap. Ecom Empire Builders, Ecom Empire. I think I'm seeing your comment for the first time. Ecom Empire. Where are you watching me from? I said, bro, you're absolutely right. And Bossa Adebayo, okay, I've read Bossa Adebayo's comment. You say, but you guys are okay. I've answered you, Lady B. Before, I don't usually know that you are Lady. I just see Bossa Adebayo. But since the last time you called, now I familiarize myself with my viewers. I know that if I see Bossa Adebayo, that's Lady B. Oh. That's Lady B. Lady B was giving us so many gist about the dual election. And Lady B has said she won't come to Nigeria because they didn't vote right in Edo. Shout out to you, Lady B. So Don Silvevo says, evil presidency can happen through forced public outcry or accidental, as you said. My brother, remove public outcry. Remove public outcry. Public outcry have been happening since. It hasn't happened. Remove public outcry. Public outcry will not yield any return. They will public outcry. They will throw DSS, throw army. Use which strategy? Buhari use ban IPOB, ban this, buy that, ban that. No. Igbo presidency can also emerge if you fight your battle from outside. Let me add that to it. Nigeria has who it fears. Nigeria fears all these international bodies, all these countries. So if you fight your battle from outside, and these international organizations are now pressuring Nigeria, they can say, okay, this is injustice. All this America, US, UK, if they now see the Nigerian political agenda to douse this tension, give them Biafra or give Igbo presidency. That since 1970 that the war ended, you've not given these people fair chance. Of course, there will be clamor. So give them the Biafra. Let's say we have this Israel-Palestine something now, and the problem is going on and on endlessly, and it's beginning to affect international trade, the international dynamics, and countries are already taking side. Let's say China is supporting Biafra, US is supporting Nigeria, Russia is supporting Biafra, US is supporting Nigeria, and everybody is funding it. They are giving support to Biafra, giving support to Nigeria. The UN and some of these top countries can come and say, okay, to douse this thing that is causing endless conflict, and is now becoming a war amongst other nations, that Nigerian elite, why are you wicked? Give these people chance to rule as well. The Nigerian ruling elite will calm down and say, oh, okay, let us give them Igbo presidency. Just as they gave Yoruba presidency during Obasanjo's time to compensate for what happened to MKO Abiola. So they can now say, okay, all political parties submit an Igbo candidate. So APC will bring Igbo candidate, PDP, Labour Party, those major parties will bring Igbo candidates. So whatever how you vote, Igbo man will be president. That was what they did to Yoruba. When Yoruba traditional rulers, Yoruba political elite, when they were clamoring and it was becoming an issue. So they thought that if to bring peace, Biafra issue is already there. So to bring peace, Hausa Fulani was afraid that we need these Yoruba people, that if these Yoruba people still remain aggrieved, we will be on the weak side though. Igbos are agitating, Yorubas are agitating, and Nigeria stands on three major tripods. That no, we can't afford to lose Yoruba support. That's why they left it that, okay, we have two major parties, PDP, AD, Oya, Yoruba candidate. It's not coincidence. It was intentional to have a Yoruba president. So except that kind of thing happens. And what can make that to happen is not by Igbo politicians dialoguing with Yoruba politicians, dialoguing with Hausa Fulani politicians. No. It can happen when there is foreign pressure. If the pressure is coming from abroad, foreign pressure, AU, ECOWAS, UN, US, UK, Canada, France, Germany, then the political class will now sit down and say, oh, okay, let us give these people what they want. If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. And Chilaka Kenneth says, good morning, sir, and happy new month. Happy new month, my brother. Great to have you. You know, I think I've seen that name before. Okay, you are a returning viewer. If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe to this channel so that we can always politic together. I've had great viewers today. I see a lot of people subscribing. God bless you as you subscribe. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Make sure you always come hungry. Okay, come hungry so that you can have stomach to put in so many things so that you go belly full. So if you are just joining us, you have missed. This broadcast may be long, but find time. You know, if you are sick, watch one of my broadcasts in the morning, watch another one in the afternoon. If you are having a fight with your spouse, play one of my video in the morning, play one in the evening. If you are sad, play one of my video in the morning, play one in the evening. All those sadness will go away. That's my greatest recipe. That's what I can recommend for you. You know, if my video did now not cure you, then you can visit the doctor. But use my video first as a medicine. You'll see that you'll be healed. Do I need to add in Jesus' name? Do I need to fast and pray? You know? And Olushola Wolabi, I see you. God bless you, sir. I see you. Says, good morning, sir. Happy new month, sir. Noted. Okay. God bless you. And Jefferson Kelechi of Fonagoro. Kelechi, are you related to Walter? Because the famous of Fonagoro is Walter of Fonagoro. Are you related to Walter? If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. I'm wrapping up. That YouTube recommend my video for you today doesn't mean they will recommend it tomorrow. So better subscribe. I'll just take comment and, you know, we call it a day. Liking is different from subscribing. You will see it. If you want to subscribe, you will see it. SUBSCRIBE. So once you click it, that means you have subscribed. And make sure you turn on the notification button as well. So that anytime some of you know me. Once I start live, I don't wait. I don't sing. I don't dance. If I just start my life, I just continue straight. If you play back all my lives, you see that once I come on live, I start. I don't wait. Some people will do live. They'll first of all be singing, dancing. I don't have that time. So that's why I usually advise my viewers to turn on the notification button. And Jefferson of Onago says, how can Igbos rule Nigeria when the minds of non-Igbos feel Nigerian cannot be trusted, that few Nigerians cannot be trusted repeatedly? How can that mindset change? We need a national orientation and reconciliation. I agree with you. We really need it, because even if it is, sorry, in quote, even if it's a Mumu Igbo, in quote, put him there to give that sense of belonging. For instance, Obasanjo was wise in his wisdom, just that it boomerang. He brought a Yaradua that he knows is sick. Men looking at Yaradua is sick. You cannot call that kind of man to be a president. But Obasanjo was somebody that he can be able to control and, you know, advise and lord over. He didn't know that when Yaradua get there, he will be his own man. So that's why when Yaradua got there, he didn't listen to Obasanjo. He released money for Tinubu, that allocation that Obasanjo withheld. Yaradua released everything. And that money that he released was one of the things that made Tinubu very powerful, because suddenly Tinubu had so much money. You know, when you are withholding allocation for years, and they just release all the money to you at once, and Tinubu was still in charge of Lagos State. He installed Fashola, and Fashola was very loyal. Fashola never thought he can become anything politically meaningful. He never dreamt of it in his life. So he was still basking in the euphoria of being a governor. That me that I was just practicing my law. They said, oh, I'm good, I'm intelligent. I was opportune to be made chief of staff, governor, me, Fashola. How? So I'm now the #1 citizen. And so he was still basking in that euphoria of being a governor that he didn't expect. So he was still very obedient in court at that time. So when that money came, Tinubu was like, this is so much money. So he had enough money to build a political empire. So if Obasanjo had been paying that money and Tinubu had been making some expense, maybe he may not build a strong political empire like that. If Obasanjo had decided to use the power of the presidency to truly clamp down on Tinubu, it was Yar'Adua that gave Tinubu opportunity. That's why Tinubu should be everly loyal to Yar'Adua. If Yar'Adua was 100% loyal to Obasanjo and he wants to decide to kill Tinubu, whether literally or politically, Tinubu would have been finished, because immediately he's leaving and they are swearing Yar'Adua in. Yar'Adua would have made life unbearable for him, would have finished him instantly. The powers of a president is so much. You see what is happening to Yaya Bello. So if Yar'Adua want to embarrass, frustrate, jail Tinubu, he would have done it easily. Just set DSS after him, set police, set immigration, just let all of them focus on him and be giving him a dick. You know, when Jonathan was now doing it, and you know that Jonathan, he has fear of God. When they are taking him to code of conduct, all those things, Tinubu has already solidified his defense. He has already spread his tentacles to where he should spread it to. So it became difficult. If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. God bless you. Great to have you. So it became difficult for Tinubu. It became difficult for Jonathan to have nailed Tinubu. The best person that could have done it is Yar'Adua. But Yar'Adua was a kind-hearted guy. He was a God-fearing guy. So although Tinubu did not have immunity, Yar'Adua was not interested in witch-hunting anybody. He even admitted that his election was flawed. But if Yar'Adua had wanted, he would have finished Tinubu easily, hands down. You know? Let me take this comment and go. John says, how are you doing, brother? This is my first time of coming across your live stream. A few seconds tells me that you're on the side of truth. You just got a new subscriber. God bless you, John. I appreciate you. John, where are you watching me from? I do want to catch up with my other live videos and recorded videos. God bless you, John. Where are you watching me from? Glad to have you. The only major rule on this platform is we don't abuse, we don't insult, and we are bipartisan. We just learn from each other. We analyze and we just speak the truth. Okay, so there are some truth that it will favor you. There are some truth that you feel is against you. That's how life is, and that's why I call myself the political scientist that you cannot like and you cannot eat. You know, that's what I call myself. And also I call myself your sure plug. Your sure plug. I plug you to politics and happenings in the polity. So I remain your sure plug, your surest plug. You know, on this platform, we don't abuse. I won't abuse anybody. Have you seen me abuse it? It's not when you don't have something to say, you first of all take 1 hour to abuse Tinubu. You say, oh, Tinubu, Lagos State, this, that, or is it Oshun? Tinubu has big eyeballs. Tinubu usually wear agbada. There's this 8 logo in his cap. Tinubu is crazy. You don't have anything to say. I don't do that. I have a lot to say. You know? So we don't abuse. We learn from each other. Great to have you, John. Thanks for subscribing, okay? And Olushola Olabi says no time. I've been not so. If I start my life, I don't have time to be dancing, I just look at my topic and I start. That's why I usually tell people, turn on the notification button. God bless you, Olushola Olabi. Don Silvevo say, we know you impactful and resourceful. God bless you, Don Silvevo, my regular viewer. And Empire Builders Academy says, sir, I was talking to my friend. He was talking about giving state, federal political powers to the traditional rulers on the state level, why governors act as state premiers. I think there should have been some comma there, so I know how to read it well. So I was talking to my friend. He was talking about giving state. Are you trying to say he was trying to say state should be given federal political powers to the tribe? It's not too clear, so I'm struggling to get. I was talking to my friend. He was talking about giving state federal political powers to the strategy. Are you saying he was saying about giving state and federal political powers, right? I don't want to be sure I'm not misinterpreting what you are saying, so that I can speak about it rightly. First and third, there's no and there, but let me just put political powers to the traditional rulers on the state level, while governors act as state premiers. That can be possible. Ordinary power where they're supposed to give them some little power, they have not even given them, not to talk of giving federal and states to, no, it can't happen. Yeah, I think the problem with that started during the colonial era, when the British came and they make mockery of our monarchical system. The before the advent of colonialism, the Igbos have always had the Obis, the Ezes, right? I think it's Eze. The Yorubas have always had the Obas. The Hausa Fulanis have always had the Emirs. But when the British came, they made this monarchical system. They rubbished it, and that's why you see that after independence, the Obas are not as strong as before. They are just ceremonial. But the Western mode of governance, the democracy, authoritarianism, dictatorial system now holds sway. But the problem with that is African leaders weren't so wise enough, in the sense that the Britain that kind of like reduced the powers of your monarchical system, King Charles is as strong as anything in UK. Yashali, when she was alive, she's as strong as anything. But Oni of Ife, it's just ceremonial. It doesn't have any political relevance in the Southwest. Some politicians don't even respect him. You saw one Oba that they complained that Wasiu Ayinde, that Fuji star, wasn't greeting with respect. Was it Oniba or Fiba? The video circulated some time ago. So that was where we got it wrong. And now it is too late. Before, the Obas that is have major respect is maybe Oba of Benin. The Benin kingdom still hold him in high regard. And one of the things that makes some of these Obas and emirs to lose respect is that at some point they didn't even follow the monarchical system of installation of kings. We now have a lot of political Obas, political Ezes, political emirs. I don't want to go deep into it. Our time is fast spent, but I think I've touched a bit. I've touched on it a bit. So it says, why having a true federal monarchy system will be why having a true federal monarchy system that will have all ethnic groups represented and elected as monarchs? No. The way monarchical system works is different. A monarchical system is more of hereditary. There are clans, there are families that occupy some certain positions. In Yoruba land now, I think somebody like Boss Adebayo, Lady B, can attest to this. There are some families that they become kings. Some become Balogun. Some become Iyalode. Some become Ashikpa. And these are some of the arguments that the West sold to us, that if we practice democracy, that it reduces discrimination, segregation, right? But then they kind of like demystify our monarchical system in such a way that you don't only have democracy, but it becomes worthless. For instance, they have democracy in Malaysia. They practice the parliamentary system, but their monarchical system is still strong. They still have great respect, unlike in Nigeria here. You understand? So we can't have a true federal monarchy system. No, it's not possible. It's not possible. No, it's not. Jefferson Ofonagoro says, how can Igbos rule when the minds of non-Igbo feels Igbos cannot be trusted repeatedly? How can that mindset change? We need a national rent. Okay, I think I've read that. I agree with you. And David, Wait says, hi, how are you? I'm fine, David. God bless you. Have you subscribed? So Olushola says, wow, yes, in Kogi State. God bless you. John says from the USA, great to have you. Ernest Obi says, you are as free as your heart and mind are free from the bondage of other persons. God bless you, Ernest Obi, right? God bless you. And John says, yes, Oni can be removed by a party, of course. See how they remove Shanusi now. If APC take over, they can still remove him again. Just that they may not want to remove him, but they will just render his office useless. In fact, in some states, Obas are under local government chairman, not even state government. You know? Ernest Obey, you say, goodness, please define federalism for NSC. This is something that you can Google now. You just Google, what is federalism? Ask me questions that you can't see on Google. Ask me questions that you can't see on Google. Even if you go to Google, just type systems of government, you will read more than federalism. You will see federalism, authoritarianism, fascism, totalitarianism, a lot of system of government. If you devote 1 hour that, let me just read about system of government, just type list of systems of government, you will see them. Just be taking them one by one and say, okay, they say fascism. What is fascism? Ask Google. You read about it. Federalism, unitary system, that is Unitarianism, it helps, right? Okay, it's been a wonderful time with all of you. I appreciate your time. Thanks for Polithinking with me today. Let's see what happens tomorrow. By the special grace of God, we try to make it happen. If you are yet to subscribe, do well to subscribe. If you are yet to turn on the notification button but you subscribe, do well to turn on your notification button. I quite appreciate you. I remember humble self, Dr. Omoshola Deji. Dr. Omoshola Deji is a political scientist with a PhD in political science. It's been a great time with all of you. Thanks for spending your time with me. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching from. I appreciate your time. Let's make it happen. God bless you.